right here one more time. Remind me what it's like. Oh, and let's fall in love one more time. I need you now by my side. It tears me up when you turn me down. I'm begging, please, just stick around. I'm sorry, don't leave me. I want you here with me. I know that your love is gone. I can't breathe, I'm so weak. I know this isn't easy. Don't tell me that your love is gone, that your love is gone. I'm sorry, don't leave me. I want you here with me. I know that your love is gone. I can't breathe, I'm so weak. I know this isn't easy. Don't tell me that your love is gone, that your love is gone. That your love is gone. Don't tell me that your love is gone, that your love is gone. That your love is gone. I know this isn't easy. That your love is gone.
What you know you pop into my head right now. What you know I felt you doing that a lot. I wish that you pick up on your phone, I call. I hope that you're good no matter where you are. Hope that you're fine and that you're not like me. That you repeat, it's never complete. Hearts in the races at the max of speed. I'm driving a red light, hope I make it here. I just wanna hear you speaking, anything I'll hear you screaming. I just wanna feel something, but anything to feel some pain, or just to pinch myself, say no. I just need to feel something. Baby, won't you fight me a little, cry me a little, fight me a little, baby. Tell me, don't you want it a little, oh, just a little, fight me a little, say I don't even know if we have it like that. Oh, all I really know is I think of you a lot, and I just really know that I want more you. into my head again. Soon as my head is somewhere else to be, you throw me off like I was supposed to be. Something that tells me that I need you here. Don't even know if you know what I mean. There is so much that I want you to hear. I really think that we look at somewhere. Something to saying that I need you here. I just wanna hear you speaking. Anything I hear you screaming. I just wanna feel something. Anything to feel some pain, or just to pension myself, say no, I just need to feel something. Baby, won't you fight me a little, cry me a little, fight me a little, baby. Tell me, don't you want it a little, oh, just a little, fight me a little, say, I don't even know if we have it like that. Oh, all I really know is I think of you a lot, and I just really know that I want you enough. Even if you fight me a little. Baby, won't you fight me a little, cry me a little, fight me a little, baby. Tell me, don't you want it a little, oh, just a little, fight me a little.
There's a pyramid of power with eyes that can see it all. Cameras to capture your image in City Hall. Realize they listen whenever you make a call. If you want a revolution, I really give it to y'all. Strength is the army that bands against bands of dead presidents, determining life of mankind of cancerous. How we breathe vapors, Greek got us blinking in the streets like cheap paper. Assemble the masses, melt the plastic core line. Realign when the shit gets drastic. Lift the veil when the systems are masked. It's just another pyramid scheme, a government racket. Combined with the power of Charles Jurassic. Nation T-Rex with covert tactics. Rise from the ashes to back the atlas. Bring the madness. Capture your image in City Hall. Realize they listen whenever you make a call. If you want a revolution, I really give it to y'all. Strength is the army that bands against bands of dead presidents, determining life of mankind. The cancerous, how we breathe vapors. Greek got us blinking in the streets like cheap paper. There's a pyramid of power with eyes that can see it all. Cameras to capture your image in City Hall. Realize they listen whenever you make a call. If you want a revolution, I really give it to y'all. Strength is the army that bands against bands of dead presidents, determining life of mankind of cancerous. How we breathe vapors. Greek got us blinking in the streets like cheap paper. Assemble the masses, melt the plastic core line. Realign when the shit gets drastic. Lift the veil when the systems are masked. It's just another pyramid scheme, a government racket. Combined with the power of Charles Jurassic. Nation T-Rex with covert tactics. Rise from the ashes to back the atlas. Bring the madness.
I could walk alone on water, oh, I would. If I could set the moon.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the week once again. I'm CJ Zephyr and welcome to Crack Media MultiVersus Tournament number 8. It is an absolute pleasure to have you all with us, and I am joined by the newest member of our little casting trio, Juice Wayne. Happy to have you.
Oh, so happy to be here. Listen, last week was a blast, man. I really enjoyed that. First time casting ever. It was so fun. So super happy to be back again to look at some more sweaties doing some more sweaty things. Let's get it, man. I'm excited.
Absolutely, I'm super excited for this. A little less yellow this week, but just as energetic, I can see. Um, it was, it was honestly, it's really fun to be able to like watch it whilst not being sat at this desk and having to talk at 3 million miles an hour. Um, and that is a little bit of an update that we're going to be doing, sort of going into the autumn season. Myself, Juice, and Quang will be on a rota, so sort of every 3 weeks we're going to be swapping one of us out, so that you get a little bit of variety, that we can all sort of dip our toes into it, get a little bit of practice, and so that when we do other partnerships like we're doing with Nitrate later on in a couple of weeks' time, we're all trained up and ready to go.
Yeah,
It's gonna be fun.
yeah, absolutely, man. I'm actually really excited for this tournament coming up. I mean, $200 on the line. You got to be excited about something like that, man. The pressure is going to be on. And I mean, it's not like the pressures aren't, isn't on during these tournaments. It is, but boy, the higher the prize pool and the higher the stakes. So, I'm really excited to again see some of the players that we're already used to seeing, show their stuff this week. There are some players from the past who have joined tournaments and are back again. And then of course we're gonna be seeing our usual faces coming this week too. So any
Absolutely.
you think we might run into any Samurai Jacks this week or any Beetlejuice players? What do you think?
I would be really curious. I'll be really curious if we do see. Samurai Jack I know is one that sort of a lot. There's been a few people trying to sort of get their fingers on.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice I've seen a little bit of gameplay of. I've seen a couple matches of his. I think the kit is interesting. I think
Mhm.
he seems like a very sort of sluggish heavy hitter, which you
Yeah.
don't really see a lot of in our tournament specifically. So if we do see someone pull him out, I will be absolutely paying a lot of attention to see what that sort of brings to the field.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think, every time we've tried and predict the outcome of these tournaments, we've been proven wrong time and time again. So I'm just excited to just in general see what kind of madness is brought about.
Yeah. Recently we've seen Velma joining the 1v1 circuit. Not last week, but over the weekend. I watch tournaments just to see who's doing what. And Behance, who is a pretty popular YouTube creator, actually joined a tournament with Velma. Obviously, didn't win. I mean, no one's expecting a Velma to win the tournament, but he did show that there is combo potential with Velma. You actually can play her in 1v1 against characters like Wonder Woman, Finn. Velma's going to struggle. It is what it is. But with all of the buffs that PFG have given to her, they're making her a little bit stronger. So I think over time we'll hopefully see Velma join in that circuit, man. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see some Samurai Jacks and some Beetlejuices join. You are right about the fact that Beetlejuice is pretty sluggish. It's not necessarily linking crazy combos, but it's kind of like a Black Adam, where if you know your setups, you know your positioning, you can get some pretty strong attacks. So yeah, I want to see the bracket, man. I want to see who's going first. Who we're gonna be watching, and uh, who's gonna throw some stuff at us.
No, absolutely. I think the other thing as well is, I mean, this is one of those games where a couple of weeks ago, we saw Steven, win the entire thing. So what I've kind of learned is, obviously there are certain metas to this game. There's always going to be when you have your platform fighters. There's going to be very clear matchups. But I think at the end of the day, what we have proven here is it's not necessarily the tools. It's how you use them and how you apply them. So I can
Indeed,
I could definitely see Velma sort of coming in. We've seen a couple of Velmas in the past, so I'm curious if we'll see any of those faces returning. We've
indeed.
I in general we've been seeing more and more variety of picks and of fighter sort of changes in between matchups. So I'm hopeful for it. I really am. I really am. Everyone knows I love it when a fight sort of comes down to that final point when we're sort of getting closer and closer to the timeout. That's when you see people adapting. That's when you sort of see how people are under adrenaline, how they are under pressure. I think that's where some of the best come out to play.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt on that, man. I mean, some of the also was with some of the changes, that have been made, the movement changes specifically that have been made to the game. Players are now able to be more aggressive. You're able to kind of link more combos together with with your dodge attacks. You can create more space with dodge lands, and it seems to me so far that it's being accepted by the community. People are either really 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 loving it. It's a chef's kiss move by PFG. So I just want to see some more of that aggression come out this week. It also seemed to me, maybe I'm just because I was in the casting moment, that that was just a thing, but it seems like some of the matches are going by faster because of this aggression. Like we're seeing people get three stocked more than ever. Again, I could just be tripping, but it's just something that I'm noticing. So um, yeah, maybe we can start to kind of call out who we're seeing on this bracket now that everything is up and it looks like people are starting to kind of make way on their matches here. We got Skimmer, who was in last week's tournament, Harley player going against Grinch at the moment. Skimmer is up 1-0. Got Brian Yee, pretty sure that's a Shaggy player, going up against Dylion. And then I see, Carrie, the Iron Giant main, going against Rakuen. And then that winner of that will be going against Roland for me. Okay, Ritaku is currently going against Mohawk. Okay, Califox is going against Freaky Dudes. That'll be an interesting match for sure. And Big Mac Prez going against Draco. Yeah, I mean this is pretty stacked here.
It's pretty huge. A couple new names I'm noticing for sure. And we've got returning people like Shaft Nizzle, Wowo it's Bowo. Dark Knight is making a return as well. We'd love to see that. I do see in there rolling for me, waiting for a fight. So I'd like to see if we can try and catch one of theirs. I've never been able to see Roland. I've never seen one of their matches myself, so I'd love to throw that. A very avid member, a very prominent member of the crap media community. Very, very interesting person from the short conversations I've had. Certainly a character that sticks out. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely.
Roland is a character, man. And funny thing to note is Roland is a Bugs main. So I'm expecting Carrie to make it out of this first match and end up matching against Roland. And if he does, Bugs into an Iron Giant is a that's pretty tough. But again, we're talking about Carrie, so I'll really be
Yeah.
interested to see that match. Hopefully we can actually get that one on stream.
100%. We'll do what we can. We're just making a last few adjustments here at the studio to make sure that your viewing experience is the best it's going to be. Trying to keep things moving, trying to keep things flowing. If you are new to our tournaments, we want to make sure that we remind you that we run off a two bracket system, an upper bracket and a lower bracket for if you are knocked out of your early matches. If you are knocked out, you'll be able to progress through our second bracket and try and make your way to the grand final, at which point you will face the champion of the winner bracket, with obviously the champion having champion's advantage. All matches will be a best of 3 bout up until the semi-finals, and that applies for both brackets, in which case a best of 5 rule will be implemented. If you are enjoying your viewing, make sure to go to crapmedia.com, where you'll be able to see all of this and more from our wonderful creators across the organization. And go to YouTube, where you'll be able to get all of these matches that we stream in a playlist set up by the wonderful J-Dog, so you can go back, study the tapes, and sign up for the tournament next week if you're feeling lucky.
Yeah, you can't forget too, man. If you go over to the YouTubes, check out the XP Share podcast. You know what I mean? It's happening this Sunday, actually, so that'll be fun. And then, of course, something else. I mean, something that we've been doing on that YouTube channel for a while is uploading shorts, man. If you like watching some a few shorts of some crack players doing some crack things, including myself, then go check it out. I think you'll really enjoy it.
Absolutely. And we
All
are
right.
coming into our first match of the night. It's going to be MultiVersus Nox, a Harley versus a Reindog. As a Reindog player myself, I think this is the first one I've seen on stream, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah. Rain Dog definitely. I mean, you can play Rain Dog aggressively, but ideally you want to play him more like a more passive, using your projectile zoning with your utility. So let's see. Let's see how this particular Rain Dog player gets it in.
Very curious as we go to Sky Arena for our first matchup. Oh, wait. This is a new one for me. I'm not.
Damn it! These are the things that happen.
These
You
are the
know?
things that happen. I believe this is a loading issue for the fighters. That
Well,
is. I didn't realize they added Harry Potter's invisibility cloak to the game. I thought that was for the next patch.
yeah, it looks like right now we're watching John Cena versus John Cena. John Cena definitely getting some good early hits on John Cena. It looked like he's actually hitting a couple uppercuts here. Gonna get the stock pretty. Listen, I tried.
I mean,
Uh,
there you go.
I really tried. It is what it is now. So again, chances are, they're still playing the match. This does happen sometimes when you try to
Mm,
spectate. Um, but it is very possible that they're still in their match playing it as we speak. So
absolutely. We will
if
try
anything,
and
we yeah.
keep you up to date with that as we go.
Yeah, it's likely that they might end up going 1-0, updating the bracket, and then from there we'll have to get into game two so we can see what's popping there. I'm gonna keep this bracket up just so I can keep an eye on it. Oh, there's already some movement happening on the bracket as well. Draco takes Big Mac Perez down 2-0.
Very,
Shout out
very
Shout out
nicely
to
done.
Draco, the Harley player that takes down Big Mac Perez 2-0. So he's gonna advance on. Um, and it looks like Dark Knight is actually down 0-1 against Moises as well.
And it looks like Skimmer and Grinch are 1 point apiece, and that's going to be getting very close to the end of their third match, given the timer. JQ has gotten a point up against Cornelius, and Gusta has gotten a point up against Nanonon. I think that's Nanonon. Reading is very hard.
Nah. Okay, cool. We're back. So maybe they did not get the chance to finish their match and it crashed. Possible. We'll
Quite
see.
possibly, quite possibly. Obviously, that is the joy of these tournaments. We are all kind of just trying to hope that the engine of the game is able to keep us alive.
Yeah. I mean, initially when this game came out, spectating a match was doing like a 2v2 and two players fighting while the other two are kind of like sitting on the edge trying not to get involved. So there's definitely some much better progression, since the beginning of the game. I know this is probably
Absolutely.
like, besides ranked, I know this is probably like the number one feature people were screaming about. So and then of course we have local play coming up again. So it does
Absolutely.
look like Mott's is up 1-0 on Knox. So going into game two, we'll have to see if Rain Dog's able to make it back.
Absolutely. Just looks like a standard perk spread for this one as we return to Sky Arena for the second match in this three-match bout. Let's see if Rhindog is able to try and even up the playing field as we open up with a very early fireball, now getting the laser beam in, trying to get that nice passive damage over the left side of the field. Again, trying to get that fireball out, but it looks like the dodges aren't gonna really hit in terms of timing on this one. Harley getting a nice amount of damage in. Rhindog sitting at 60 with Harley at 32 currently on the heat level. Trying to stay mobile, but that hammer comes in along with the bat. And the connection with the bat bomb is going to get the elimination there.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that bat bomb. Harley will blow your ass up. That's what they say. And it looks like Mott's here trying to connect. Okay, Rain Dogs putting a little aggression in here, but I mean, I don't know how it can work out. I feel like as a Rain Dog player, you got to find a way to just keep your space and just use your utility, use your fire, use your neutral area as Rain Dog is using now. Thank God. Harley doesn't care though. Wants to play aggressive, wants to get the side, nair, misses. Going for the up tilt instead of the low. A whole lot of wins, but Harley might be able to get this stock. Harley might be able to get the stock here. Oh, using the bat bomb. Oh, outplayed.
Very good execution of that bomb there. Obviously, Rhindog does have quite a powerful vertical prowess, but Harley is also a very aerial character. Goes for the elimination incredibly early, not able to get it, and Rhindog finally getting a point up onto the board. The crystal comes out to play. It does look like Harley is going to avoid all of the projectiles and takes out the crystal. Very good at applying pressure here to the Rhindog as both now dance around the edge.
Yeah, Harley here still having a really good lead, 92-16. Using those dodges to kind of connect more combos. Leads the down air into the nair. Game over. Damn.
A very clean, very efficient match there from Moxham to get their second point and move on to the next round of our tournament. Very well done, very well earned. And obviously, Nox will be moving down to the second bracket. It's not the game over for you just yet. Absolutely, make sure you keep yourself nice and warmed up and ready to go. Elsewhere on the bracket, just to let you guys know, JQ has officially beaten Cornelius in a 2-0 bout. We'll be moving on to the next round as we try and get them an opponent sorted out. But
Yeah.
absolutely, very well done to Mott's there. That's typically what you come to expect from a Mott's matchup.
Yep, it is true indeed. I mean, Mott's is, I'm pretty sure, the number one Harley on the ladder, at least the last time I checked. Me myself, if I fall into a bracket and see Mott's, I'm like, all right, controllers down. You know, here we go. You got it. No, I'm kidding. I try to put some sort of fight up, but man, it's tough, man. Some of these matchups, there are some people that you just see on their bracket and you're just like, all right, just don't let me get that person first. You know, let me come against them later. But yeah, and not to mention it's also a tough match for Rain Dog going into Harley because Harley's just an aggressive player, right? Also has her own semi projectile that she can use to kind of close out that space, force you into the air, make you a little uncomfortable. So yeah, I mean, there's only so much you can do.
No, absolutely, and I think it goes without saying, Mott is an incredibly aggressive character, even without the kit that Harley provides. I mean, we've seen them push and force a player right into the edge of the map and, risk eliminating themselves in order to get that extra point. And we're going to see more and more of that as the tournament goes along. We see a lot of players who go for those riskier players, go into the air and sort of start pushing and pushing for space. So it's incredibly, incredibly exciting. Elsewhere on the bracket, Moises has officially beaten Dark Knight in a 2-0 bout and moving on to place up against Falzi or Falze. I have gotten that wrong either way. I do apologize. That's the hardest part of this job is getting the names right.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's Falsey. Also seen Falsey play in a few other tournaments as well. So a name that I see on the bracket that we did not call out is Vishera. I don't know and again, I could be saying it wrong. Visera, Vixiera, but pretty sure Vex is a Bugs player who is insanely cracked at the game as well. Never seen. I don't believe I've ever seen Vex in our tournaments, but I could be wrong. And as I look at the bracket, indeed, Bugs player. So that'll be interesting to see. For those who weren't, who weren't able to check out the tournament last week, Bugs player by the name of Misty did win, taking down Fat Pack, the Shaggy main. So Bugs players are starting to kind of come out of the woodwork. I'm liking it. I think Bugs has a great kit. I mean, that up air is absolutely dangerous. So yeah, I want to see some more Bugs combos, and Bugs can kind of become a complex player. Once you really learn how to use a safe bomb, then you're pretty nuts.
No, 100%. I have to agree with you there. I mean, the results speak for themselves, I say. So I'll be really curious. We're seeing a couple different people in this tournament who seem to be sort of leaning towards the Bugs and the Wonder Woman and the Harley. But I am noticing it looks like we have another Steven player in Moises. So I'll be curious if that sort of reputation that Steven has in these tournaments continues to carry through as they go up to face against Falsey now. Um,
Mm,
it also looks like JQ is going to be going up against Gusta, who did play Rhine Dog, and got a 2-1 victory up against Nanonanon. And then Skimmer was able to beat Grinch in a 2-0 victory and going up against Wowo. It's Bobo as we speak. A matchup where it looks like we had a couple of switches from both sides of the field, switching up from a Harley to a Finn. So people seem to be switching up a lot more than they did in the earlier weeks of this tournament. I think there's a bit more versatility in the characters that they play. The repertoires have expanded a little bit and sort of adapting to what other people are willing to pull out, so what you can pull out to counter that. It's definitely becoming a lot more reactionary and a lot more adaptive, which I am very excited to see.
oh, indeed, yeah, man. And, other games I've seen, other maps, other games that I've seen tournaments. Most players just kind of stick to their mains. They're like, I don't want to defer from this, even if they know they're going against their counter. And speaking of sticking to their mains, we have another Mots match, and Mots is playing against a fantastic component. Wow, English opponent in Gritaku. So Gritaku going with Jason. I don't think I've ever seen Gritaku play Jason. Have you?
I don't. We may have seen a little bit. Grutaku is mainly known for their stripe, at least from what I have seen over here on Crap Media. But I could see Jason being a viable sort of pick against Motz's Harley specifically if it can be played right. I suppose time will tell as we go into the Batcave. Harley getting that initial damage and bringing Jason up to 72 with that massive hitbox that he has, getting control over the ledge, trying to get an early elimination. The hammer just absolutely able to get control over the entirety of the stage at this point, not allowing Jason to get the reset at all and basically juggled into the elimination. God, you hate to see that.
Yeah, Jason's shoes are extremely clean right now because he hasn't really touched base at all. I mean, the only reason he's even on stage is because he he respawned. It's like Jesus Christ. The thing about Jason is that he can really get you off edge and edge guard you, but because he's Jason, he can be edge guarded just the same. So that's exactly what we saw Mots do here. It looks like Mots might be able to using a Sarah using. Utility, no, can't get him off again. Now we're kind of in the even, but Mont still has a fantastic lead. Yeah, that's gonna be one stock for Jason. Okay, all right, shout out to you, Jason.
Very well done, trying to even up the playing field, but in a very different, very difficult position than what we're used to seeing Grutaku in at this stage. Able to get a second elimination incredibly quickly, gets evened up by Mods, but this is almost immediately become an even playing field.
Yo, Brutano just said, "Man, you can't have my cornbread. That's his cornbread. He gotta have it himself, man." That was impressive. That was impressive. Again, like I said earlier, Brutaku's he's no pushover. He's a great player. So, this is this is something that definitely caught me by surprise to see that. I don't know what percentage Harley was at, but it wasn't a high one if I recall.
Could not be any higher than 50.
Yeah, that was nuts. Oh, that's game. That's game.
Yep, and there's
That's
Motz's risky play pushing out into the air for the elimination. Obviously, one of the biggest downsides of Jason is a bigger gentleman is much easier to hit for someone like Harley with that wide sweeping hammer. But a very incredible comeback from Grutaku. That's the kind of thing you expect to see from a player of that reputation. I think Mods certainly, for a moment there, must have had to reset and reassess the situation. I think that's where the killer instinct kind of comes into play. So very well done, though. We'll be going into our second game with Mods 1 point up.
Yeah, you notice that in that particular match, like I said, Jason's really good at edge guarding, really good at getting back on stage, or really bad at getting back on stage. Both like that match was basically whoever goes off stage first, you're out. That's pretty much what it came down to. So we could potentially see more of that in this match. Getting started here, let's see who. Of course, Jason's using the aggression here to get things started. Trying to add a little combo, but the Sarah comes out. Not today.
We see Jason there using his teleport to try and keep the pressure on Harley. However, Harley has been able to make the space. Mott's going for their signature elimination. It doesn't quite come out on this time, but they're able to edge guard all the way to the point. Very well done there from the Harley. Jason now needing to bring it back a little bit as Grutaku tries to send Harley into the car a couple of times. Harley able to get control though, and the damage stacking up once again on Jason. The teleport though executed very well. Harley now at 81 going into 90 as Jason sits on 92 with a stock down.
Yeah, one of the things I meant to add earlier is that there's another stock that Mosh just got on Jason. That's what I meant to add earlier. No, it's just that with Jason having armored attacks, I figured that might be oh my god! Let me just shut up. I can just we'll just stop. I'll just stop talking at this point.
Oh, very well done, Mots. Yep, again, it's that signature Mots sort of that sort of calling card that we have for him. Just absolutely pushing physically towards the edge of the map, able to get the elimination. And at that point, with your 2 stocks up, you can risk your own life going away because you've got plenty of time, plenty of energy to bank. Very well done, Mots, moving on to the next round immediately. And Grutaku very early pushed down into the lower bracket.
Yeah, I definitely do expect to see Grutaku make a solid run through the losers bracket. So we'll keep an eye open for that there. Now, as of right now, let's see who's going crazy in the winners bracket. So JQ is currently in round 3 already with Gusta. Looks like it's a Batman Rain Dog matchup. Not bad at all. Brian E did push forward. It's going to be playing against Vakota, and It's Bloom was able to take down Catinator 2-0 with his bugs. So very nice. What else we got going on here? Freaky Dudes takes down Khalil Fox. Moving on to round 2. I'm sorry, excuse me, round 3. And we're still waiting for this matchup with Carrie to finish to take on Roland for me, the Bugs main. I'll be interested to see how that turns out.
Absolutely, I have got my eyes on that, and the lower bracket is officially underway as Grinch is going up against Mohawk and Virgo going up against D-Lan. D Lion.
Hmm.
We will we will keep you up to date with that as we go. We've got Kal-El in there, we got Prez in there, ready to go. Catanator getting set up. Cornelius getting ready to go in the lower bracket as well as points continue to fly in. Matches continue to go one after the other in very, very quick succession. Getting the next one set up for you now. I mean, so far it's been very dominant for the. I feel like if people are pushing through, um, then they've had incredibly dominant performance. A lot of 2-0 sweeps. You're seeing Jungle take on Nizzle in a 2-0 victory here. We saw Moises take out Falsey in a 2-0 victory as well, going on to face Draco. So I'm very surprised at some of the names we're seeing knocked out quite early on. It must be very high stakes roster today.
Yeah, no, that definitely is true. There are names in the losers bracket who I'm used to seeing kind of, run through the winners. So definitely some tense competition, to speak of today. I'm excited to see it. Like I said earlier, some of the names that I've called out are people that I see on that ranked leaderboard. They're up there. So I'm like,
Hmm.
oh, Snoop, okay, like
Absolutely.
the people are really coming to play today. Show us what you got. And again, just saying, if anyone wants to pull out a samurai jack, I'm watching. I'm watching. You
The
know,
Juice will have eyes for it. And just
I'm going through each match right now. Like who's got him? Who's got him?
and this just coming in now. Carrie has successfully uh beaten Noshima in a 2-0 victory using the Iron Giants. Rolling for me will be on the field very soon, taking them on. We'll see who we will be catching. And it looks like Falsey is immediately moving on to face Davis. That is currently getting set up as we speak. Like I say, it's all systems go here on Crap Media.
Yeah, no, you gotta love that, man. I mean, anytime there's a tournament, I get excited. I get excited. I'm ready to go. And these players are actually really moving through the bracket faster than I'm used to. There was a bit of a like a sluggish start where people were kind of like, oh, you probably still getting water, having to run back to their desk so that they can start doing their tasks. But now that everyone's here and they're at their desks, these matches are cranking through pretty quick now. Coming up next though, we're gonna have looks like Moises and Draco going head to head. Let's see how far along they are. They made their character selection. So we're going to be seeing Steven versus Harley. Ooh, this is an interesting matchup. I mean, Steven definitely wants to keep his space. Harley definitely wants to invade your space. As a Steven player, if you know how to use your shields properly and block off your opponent, you can dominate. But I guess we'll have to see who's the more aggressive player here.
I was gonna say the last time we saw Steven win the tournament, I believe positioning is a very big thing. If Steven can get above you and use that shield to your advantage, basically keep you boxed in the center of the map. I think we'll be looking for a map with floating platforms, ideally in Steven's case, so to help him get that positioning, help him get that set up. Harley does have a very sort of good kit for keeping control over the area, so should be able to handle it fairly well. But again, I have learned very, very quickly, do not count out the Steven player. Quang was someone who was very much, surprised to see Steven sort of get as far as they did. I have just learned, don't assume that the stats will lead to victory. Don't assume that the numbers will always be right, because you
Yeah.
don't know what that player's been up to that day.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. I mean, there's one thing that you want to look out for as not just Steven, but as any player going against Harley is being above them. Being like you never want to be above a Harley and a Bugs, right? And you are right for the fact that I mean even on those maps with platforms, Steven uses that airside special and just puts that shield on top of your head. It hurts.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get met with a bat from Harley in the process, I don't know. It might convince you to stay on the ground. So we'll have to see, you know, how if Moises does get punished for being too aerial, how he adjusts.
I think that's just it. It's how much are you willing to risk in order to get the damage trade off. Um, but I'll be very curious to see what the map selection is for that one.
Yeah, it most definitely is a risk, no question at all. See, it looks like we're almost ready to get this match going. They've already selected this stage. So let's see where we are. Uh, oh, it actually looks like they've played their first match.
Interesting. What was the outcome there?
Oh, looks like Moises took the first win. Steven won. Steven won. Steven won the first match. So I mean, yeah, I mean, again, curious to see how whether he's staying on the ground or getting more aerial. Curious to see how that all works out there. There might be, I don't know if there's necessarily an issue where we're not able to see what's going on or get into this game, but we're trying to figure that part out right now.
We've got a lot of back end work right now, trying to make sure that everything is how it should be. I believe we
Yeah.
will be moving into the match momentarily.
But you got to give a shout out to our production team, the team of one, J Dogging, man, doing doing all this work on
I
the back
mean,
end.
he's a bit of a one-man band over there, playing the
Dude.
accordion, hitting the drums, playing the cymbals, riffing on the guitar, and also making sure that people don't need refills.
Speaking of which, I need to refill myself, my brother. I'm parched. Make sure y'all stay hydrated. It's Friday, you know.
It is Friday.
Gotta stay hydrated, yeah. All right, so going into game 2, Moises in the lead against Draco. Show him what that bat do, Draco. Show him what that bat do.
We are going to be going to Trophy's Edge. We are going to have those holding platforms that we spoke about. We're going to see if Steven can make the most of them with his shield and a couple of his other abilities. Harley going in for the very early damage, but we are able to get the clone out, and Steven now putting on the pressure to Harley as the floating platforms take their outer position, slowly coming back in. Looks like the clone is actually doing a little bit of edge guarding here, which we'd love to see. Proper cohesion from the AI. Obviously, Steven now able to get that numbers game up and able to get the elimination. Moist able to get the first point on the board. The clone is yet to be eliminated here. They are going to be running interference, basically going to be just sort of causing a little bit of trouble. Are able to get the elimination on them finally, and Harley looks like they're going to try and get Steven out here as well.
Yeah, Steven's over here making bacon pancakes. I mean, was putting Harley into an absolute blender in that first stock. Using that Nair, which is, for Steven, so strong. I mean, anytime I play against Steven and I see the Nair, I'm ass and elbows. I'm trying to get out of there. So, depending on how you use his kit, man, you can really dominate. And you just don't want to get caught up with those shields and the roast bomb. Like that hurts. That really hurts, especially if he can follow it up with that good old Sair. You know, it's a tough match. Another Sair coming out. Harley trying to stay in. Deflects the bomb, but okay, but doesn't get the bomb used against her. What can you do here, Harley? She slides under the shield and is able to get the first stock. Very nice play.
Very well done, but obviously it goes out saying at 130 heat. A lot of insurance has been set up from Steven, and the very quick elimination does bring them back up to the point advantage. Able to get rid of that clone before it was able to do any major damage, but has opened themselves up now as Steven begins the aerial juggle. Harley using the floating platforms to try and reset themselves a little bit, but not able to hit with her own projectiles. Coming in with the bat now, trying to maybe get a vertical elimination here, but Steven at only 23 heat whilst Harley now coming over that edge is all the way up at 90. Unable to connect with the bat bomb, and now the clone gonna edge guard as well. Harley's in a really rough position here.
Absolutely. And one thing that Harley's doing that I would suggest you don't do is stand on a rope line and get clizapped, vertically like that. It's the use, the overusage of her nair. When you are trying to use Harley's nair to hit someone, you don't want to be 50 feet in the air just holding it to get full charge. It's not what you want to do. A smart player is going to see that coming. They're going to get out the way, and they're going to catch you out. They're going to catch you on whiff every single time. So got to find different ways to mix it up. Honestly, I think the Harley Sair is a fantastic tool to get yourself out of the air rather than DIing or dodging. You use your Sair to try to cancel your opponent's follow-ups, things like that, air attacks. But yeah, nair is it's only something that you're going to use usually to chase off stage, or if you're already on the edge and you already got the mix up in a combo, you can finish that combo off with your neutral, and that's like the best way to use her mallet.
100%, 100%. I think very well executed by Steven, I believe. After that very astute analysis from our from Juice Wayne here, our very own Juice Wayne.
Oh, oh.
Oh, we love you over here. You are one of the shining stars of this little corner of the internet.
I love everyone as well. I love everyone as
Uh,
well.
I'm
Man,
I'm basically just here to big you up.
this match between Carrie and Roland for me is it's actually Roland at this point. That was a match that I was hoping to see, but it looked like it was taking a little bit long for them to get started earlier. So we'll have to see how that match turns out here. Moving on in the bracket, let's see, who do we have coming up? Looks like Freaky Dude's already out of round 3, and he's gonna be going up against Moises. So I've seen Freaky Dudes play a few different tournaments. Solid player. I can't remember exactly who he was using before, but looks like he's going with Stripe today. So Stripe versus Steven, I think it's going to be a lot of whiffing. Two small characters trying to make connections with each other.
I mean, that's exactly it. You've got a very mobile character in Stripe going up against Steven, who, like we saw just there, basically just throwing attacks out left and right. That is gonna, that is just gonna be chaos all across the screen. I don't know if we're gonna know what's going on whatsoever over on that one. In other news, Gusta has been able to beat JQ in a 2-0 victory with the Rhine Dog, representing my people out there, who will be going up to face the winner of the match that is currently underway, Jungle or Skemmel, as that has been set up officially. Elsewhere on the bracket, we have Big Zero going up against Former, both of which are coming out of a 2-0 victory from their respective rounds. And it looks like as well, Mott's is either going to be facing Fiacoco or the winner of Carry or Roland for me. So we'll see how that goes for them. In the lower bracket, Cornelius is currently going up against Nanon. I will continue to do the Muppet thing for that as it makes the most sense in my brain. And Big Mac Prez has moved all the way up the bracket, and will be sitting in round 3 waiting for their opponent, as we now have Jungle and Skemmel ready to go in front of us right now. It looks like that is a Wonder Woman going up against a Harley, keeping it right within the DC universe. A fight we've seen in many iterations, I'm sure.
Big news, by the way. Carrie DQ'd. So we didn't get to witness the Bugs Iron Giant matchup here. Roland for me is moving on to the next round, round 3, and we'll be going against Flacoco. I like that name, Flacoco.
Very good
Um,
name. We have some We have some really interesting names coming across our table this week.
By far my favorite, Freaky Dudes. That's like every
Freaky
time I
dude.
see that name, I'm just like, Freaky Dudes. By far, the
Look,
fave right there.
you know what you're gonna get. You know what you're gonna get. So you can't hate it.
That's exactly it. This, see, CJ, I feel like you understand me, brother.
Of
I feel like
course
we're
I
right
do.
here.
We are
Mm,
gonna get into our next matchup in round 3 of this upper bracket. It's gonna be Harley versus Wonder Woman, Skemore versus Jungle on Trophy's Edge. I'm
this will be fun.
yeah, I'd like to say, I'm interested to see how we've seen a lot of Harley tonight, so I'm interested to see how the Wonder Woman kind of plays against that kit.
The only thing that could hurt Harley is that Harley has 0 armor break abilities. There is a perk you can select where your dash attacks will break armor, but looks like you didn't select that perk. So
Yeah, I don't think we saw that. And Wonder Woman
yeah,
very aggressive early on, already dealing a very nice 40 damage to the Harley as she tries to set up that bat bomb. Bringing out the baseball bat instead, it looks like, but able to even up the playing field a little bit, able to get Wonder Woman up to 53. Very nicely done from the Harley. Both seemingly sort of keeping their space a little bit, maybe a little hesitant to get in, but the lasso comes in with the bicycle kick, a very nice execution from the Wonder Woman, able to follow it up with a lot of damage, not able to quite get the elimination, but Harley is definitely within kill range, and the armor comes out.
yeah. Harley did see the armor and decided it's time to get the F out of here. So playing off stage was actually pretty decent attempt to stay alive. So back on stage now, Sayer, up bat, trying to follow it up, can't get it though. Really good spacing from both players. You're definitely starting to see the skill. The skill increase as Wonder Woman gets the first stock. Oh my god, this is intense, man. Both players are like they're definitely doing they're doing a little dance, man, trying to figure out when is it the right time to get inside. And anytime I see that, it just gets more intense for me. Wonder Woman has armor, not able to actually do anything with it. Harley's chasing, but no luck. Let's see if Harley's able to finally get some sort of connection. She really only needs one combo. If Harley can land one jab, finish it off with the up bat, she'll be able to finish it out here. That's
There it is. As we call it, it is so. Harley able to even up the stocks here with 55 heat insurance gotten from the Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman not really able to make much of the armor here, but it does create a little bit of a space, allows her to sort of reset. There is the lasso once again, followed up by the shield bash. Going upward, Harley in a very, very dangerous position right now with 85 damage. Able to finally get a little bit of payback against the Wonder Woman, but those dodges were perfectly executed. Now it looks like using the floating platform, able to get the second elimination, and all of a sudden it's all coming up. Harley, Wonder Woman able to equalize here, and we're on to our final stop. 4 minutes, 30 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah, this is a match. I'm liking this, man. I am enjoying. I did not expect Harley to pull it off the way she did, but go ahead, girl. I see you. I see you. So Wonder Woman's actually something to note is doing a really good job at just guarding the stage, whether it's off the side or whenever she knocks Harley up. She just chases, and if you're in the sky and you use all your resources, you're just hit stunned all the way to the ground, and that's when it gets really high. See what I say? See what I said? The second Wonder Woman gets you up in the air, it's like it's cat and mouse at that point. So really gonna have to time your dodges, get your DIs right, just to make sure that Wonder Woman can't punish you in that scenario. But with that being said, Jungle did take it up 1-0. So we're going to be going into game 2. I would like to see Harley pull out that perk that lets you break armor, but I mean, still, Skimmer did a fantastic job. Especially early on, keeping space, trying to make sure you're not getting caught by Wonder Woman, Sarah, the neutral air. There's just two strong attacks that chain very well.
No, it felt like that could have gone either way. It really did. It feel like, once Harley was able to get that second stock, really sort of switch up the momentum of the matchup. I mean, I feel like that was a little bit of adrenaline, a little bit of sort of pulling out from the textbook there, but it worked out
Hmm.
incredibly well executed. Skimmer has nothing to be ashamed of there. Uh,
No,
I I
yeah.
think it's still anyone's game as we do see a switch up though. It looks like Skimmer is going to be pulling out the Arya Stark.
Okay, Arya Stark, interesting. I mean, Arya does have something. She does have armor break. Um, is very, very good in the air as well. I'm okay. I can definitely see this working out in your favor. The way that with the way that Jungle plays Wonder Woman, he does a lot of bouncing on stage. You might be able to utilize Arya's down attack, to kind of like roll in and out of an engagement. So maybe he's trying to like find ways to outposition Jungle whenever fighting on ground. I'm I'm curious. I'm excited about this actually. This and his skin too. Can we give a shout out to that skin? Like that is fire. My goodness. Let's do
Definitely
this, man.
coming to bring the heat, bring the smoke on this one as we're going to Sky Arena. It looks like Wonder Woman's gonna keep with the sort of standard perk um array. It looks like Arya's specking a little into their mask of no one. Um, so we'll see how they're able to make the most of that.
I see what you did there.
Mm-hmm.
I see what
Mm-hmm.
you did
But
there.
you know what I gotta do. You know what I gotta do.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it. So get it started off here. It looks like Harley. No, I see. I'm over here thinking it's Harley. Arya Skimmer again, trying to like I said before, using that down ability to try to mix up the spacing. Right, we used it like 3 times in 5 seconds right there, but it's kind of not working at the moment. Okay, might be able to edge guard here. Okay, both players playing a little risky. I like this. Show me what you can do. Show me what you got. Harley. I said Harley again. What is going on with me? What is going on? Why am I obsessed with Harley?
I don't know, but what I can tell you is absolutely going on is Wonder Woman able to secure the first elimination there. Both now sort of dancing once again, getting a little bit of a reset. Arya now trying to give the pressure over to Wonder Woman, but it looks like they're gonna get aerial juggled, and the second elimination immediately comes out from the Wonder Woman.
Damn, he pulled a Hawk tour on her, man. That was not cool, bro. Like why? These people have families. You can't do stuff like this, man.
Oh dear. Oh, Skimmer
Okay.
went for it a third time. It looks like they were punished for it on this occasion.
Yeah. There are certain characters who have the ability to float whenever they go off. You go off stage, like Bugs, Batman. And they just sit there and just try to troll you, because you can't get to them, and it's just sometimes it's pretty annoying. It's pretty annoying sometimes. You guys shouldn't do
Oh,
that. It's rude.
I'm sure you have no experience with that whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm talking to you, Roland. I'm talking to you, bro. Stop.
And it looks like Wonder Woman is able to clean up with the third elimination, getting them a point on the board. Very, very well done there. Incredibly well performed.
Damn. I mean, listen, that Arya skin is still fire though. You know. Unfortunately, I feel like this is probably like a battle of frames. Yeah, because of many of Arya's attacks just aren't as quick as Wonder Woman. It's just the usage of the down air was a good idea, but it seemed that Wonder Woman was able to still just get out and just to figure it out and reposition anyway. So I mean, GG's, GG's, brother. What can I say there?
100% a very, very well executed clean sweep for Jungle as they are going to move on to the next round of the tournament. They are going to move on to the quarterfinals in a match against Gusta. So we'll be keeping you up to date on that as that info rolls in. Elsewhere on the bracket, Moise has gotten a point up on Freaky Dudes. So they are currently in the lead on that regard. Former was able to get a 2-0 victory against Vex. Looks like they were using Steven as well and have been for the entirety of this tournament. So they're going to be moving on to the quarterfinal as well, going up against Vokoda or It's Bloom, depending on who comes out of that matchup on top. It looks like Roland and Baku Flakoko are officially underway. Mott's is still waiting to see which one of those two comes out on top for their next matchup. JQ and Kal-El are trying to get their match set up currently. Kal-El having come out of a 2-0 victory against Virgo. Carrie is waiting for their matchup to sort of come through from the upper bracket, as is Vex, as Mohawk and Nox are setting up against each other. Draco setting up against Shaft Nizzle. And Dark Knight and Typhoon is officially underway as Nanonanon has beaten Cornelius in a 2-0 victory and is going to go up against Glick's Best.
Nah. I don't know. I keep thinking about getting jiggy with it, man. Interesting to me to see that there are already 2 Stevens who are in winners quarterfinal.
Mm-hmm.
Already
We might
2.
be seeing a change to the meta.
Last week it was like I feel like every match that we casted was Shaggy. I'm fairly certain it was like a 90% Shaggy rate last week, and we haven't seen. I haven't seen one.
I've not even seen one on the match we haven't seen yet either. I don't think
there was an Agent Smith in the bracket that would have been interesting to see, but yeah, I haven't seen one Shaggy today. Brian Yee is a Shaggy player though, and he unfortunately got DQ'd. So yeah, there you have it. Well, going up next, we're gonna have Jungle going against Gusta G. We are currently in winners quarterfinal. So, yeah, I mean, after quarterfinal, we get into semis, and then we're gonna start to see some best of fives start to come down. We're already in winners quarter.
it's been
And
a
it's only
lot of
in
fast-paced
and out.
matches. A lot of fast-paced matches. It does tend to be that the secondary bracket is where we end up sinking a lot of our time in. Gives the winner of this bracket a lot of time to relax. But we are going to see Reindog going up against Wonder Woman here. I'm very curious to see how Reindog... It looks like they're both just destroying the stereos immediately. Don't want to deal with the environment whatsoever, leaving just that singular floating platform. Reindog getting the laser set up immediately, coming out with a fireball that isn't going to connect here, but using that vertical prowess, using that upper bite to try and get a little bit of damage in. Wonder Woman responding with an attack of her own, getting a little bit of chip damage in from the fireball, but able to get the slide attack in as well. And now Reindog seems to be putting on the pressure.
Yeah, man. Jungle's spacing and dodge timing is absolutely nuts. I mean, there were multiple moments there when I could have sworn Gusta G got the hit, and Jungle said, "Nah, not today, Playboy." So big, big props for that timing, man. Currently, though, it looks like they're playing off stage, trying to get the out, but might be able to get the stock here. Nope. Reindog's a little heavier than you thought he was. oh my God, the dodge read? Okay, all right, you guys are insane. You gotta chill. Now, Wonder Woman could say her to get him off stage, but no, doesn't need to. You gotta look out for that shield, man. It's not made of vibranium, but it does hurt, my boy. It does hurt.
Absolutely. Reindog now got a fresh reset from the stock, able to get Wonder Woman into kill range here, but Wonder Woman already got a very nice 59 damage on the Reindog. Able to block the fireball, able to keep control over the edge. Now looks like they're going to try and get that elimination, try and even up the playing field. Not quite able to follow it up with the bite as Wonder Woman's able to escape with 141 damage. Now Wonder Woman, you do not want to let Wonder Woman get underneath you as Reindog finally gets the elimination, setting up the Crystal. Crystal immediately gets broken by the lasso. But both of these heroes sort of have these very dangerous upward attacks. So it's interesting to try and see them both setting up and avoiding one another, able to avoid the major damage from the fireball, and now it looks like Wonder Woman going to try and get that second elimination on Ryan Dog, but he's able to get back onto stage.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in the in the stock, as Wonder Woman, you definitely want to try to land that Sayer, that right there. If you can land that, this is an easy out. You just gotta land it at the right space, at the right time. Bam, getting the combo there, you're out of there, dog. Man, that armor comes through, and there's just nothing you can do about it. There's just nothing you can do about it.
All armor right there. But Ryan Dog able to even it up, and we're down to the third and final stock for our first matchup. Basically on even footing. Bit of chip damage from the fire coming in now, and now Wonder Woman able to get hit by the fireball. I thought they were going to be able to dodge that there, but no, Ryan Dog able to get a nice little bit of damage, evening it up once again.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much usage of the neutral air. Just then, Rain Dog did pull it out, but as another zoning tool that I feel like is very useful as a Rain Dog. Here though, Jungle's tried to get that third stock on. I mean, this is a pretty close match at this point, right? I mean, it's 2-2. It's anyone's game. Whoever's able to mix it up is going to be able to come out on top. As Wonder Woman, you want to edge guard here. You don't want to let her get back on stage, and she does it so well. Game over, Playboy. Get out of here. That's how this works.
A very well executed edge guard from Jungle there. Like you said, it's just that lasso really, there aren't loads of abilities, correct me if I'm wrong, but there are not loads of abilities in the game where you physically pull your opponent closer to you. So that lasso really does mix up the entirety of the match, basically giving you control over where your opponent can be.
Indeed. Yeah, the cleave of some of Wonder Woman's abilities makes it so hard at times, where you might find yourself even getting a good dodge read, but because an attack starts behind you, you still get hit by it, and you're just like what can I do? It's the reason why Wonder Woman is considered, an A/S tier player in this game. Super strong.
Not 110% as we now go to Trophy's Edge for our second matchup. I don't think it's totally out of the question that the Ryan Dog might be able to pull this back. Yep. But I think a lot of it is going to come down to sort of positioning when it comes to Wonder Woman. Like I said, that vertical prowess that she has is something you absolutely want to avoid. I think that was the killing blow in a lot of situations there. But we are going to get ready to go here as Jungle is going to try and secure their position in the semi-finals with this matchup. Gusta going to try and get a little bit of payback here. Able to get the fireball off incredibly well. Wonder Woman finally evening up the damage. But it looks like Ryan Dog here kind of applying a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I'm liking this. I mean, last game, Rain Dog was able to use the fire. I mean, as he's using right now to just edge guard with. I mean, if you touch that fire, it's just doing chip damage. It's just doing chip damage, and it's giving you everything that you need along with this ability right here as well. I mean, this is actually pretty smart usage. Not getting too aggressive, just letting the game come to him, doing what you should do. Now, being able to combo might be able to stock on the misses, maybe catch that punch, the super punch, man. I mean, over 90 is just good night.
Very well executed by Jungle once again. It does look like they're going to try and answer back though. Gusta trying to get that elimination. Not able to land it this time. The lasso once again coming into play, but it puts Ryan Dog in perfect positioning as they now set up the crystal. It is one apiece. Crystal does get a little bit of value off here. The floating platform can actually kind of be a bit of a detriment to the fireball. It can get in the way of that arc for the more sort of charged up ones. But once again, Ryan Dog just getting that chip damage in with the fire, getting that chip damage in with the laser. If you can execute Ryan Dog well, you're not necessarily dealing loads of massive hits, but your opponent is constantly taking damage, constantly applying that pressure. As Wonder Woman now sets up for the edge guard, avoiding the lasso, but Ryan Dog once again within kill range.
Yeah, right now he's actually holding it down, man. Doing his best to keep getting that chip damage. Edge guarding here, as you should do. But of course, the armor's gonna come out. Doesn't get much use out of the armor though. Oh, side air, there. Oh, up special, and that's the stock. Right now, he's in the lead. Now listen, just chip. At this point, chip as much as you can. Just chip, get as much damage as you can, because you already know the one's gonna be able to get you out there at some point here. You know, if you don't have to worry about getting the stock, just do some damage. 23 damage, not the worst.
It's not the worst in the world. It's somewhat even now as the stocks even up. Looks like Rhino once again using that fireball to his advantage. That seems to be the signature move of Gusta here. But yet to take any damage so far as Wonder Woman gets to 64. Lasso finally connects, and now Wonder Woman's going to try and even up the playing field. But Right Dog dominating this final stock, it looks like.
Yeah, definitely doing what he can. Wonder Woman trying to get in. Right Dog with the combo. Might be able to catch. Nope. Good DI on Wonder Woman though. Armor. Can she do anything with it? Nope. Fireball. Sayer. Don't you do it. Okay, misses the whip. Sayer. Another side special. And that's game.
An incredible execution there from Ryan Dog, able to even up the points. Very well done, Gusta.
Damn. Okay, you know, making a little comeback. I like that. Okay, I see you. No, again, chip damage, huge, right? Not always in the lead in those moments when doing chip damage, but every single point of damage counts, especially against Wonder Woman. I mean, Wonder Woman is so aggressive, so fast. I mean, some of those dodges, like I said earlier, that Jungle got in moments when I was so sure he was going to get hit, just managed to get away from those attacks. Why? Wonder Woman is really good. So if you can get a win, I like it. Let's take it to game 3.
Absolutely. You know, we've been seeing a lot of those comeback plays tonight, so I'll be very excited to see kind of what comes out here as we go back to Trophy's Edge once again. We do see that Ryan Dog is spec'd into that crystal. I'm curious on that, as we've not really seen them use the crystal all that much. I would have expected a fireball perk from them here, but fair is fair. I'm not going to judge the choices made by the players. That typically ends up with me being wrong. As Ryan Dog now getting a very aggressive opening, trying to get that fireball set up once again. Not able to connect with the lasso is Wonder Woman, but this is an incredibly even matchup as we've seen so far. Both sort of a little bit hesitant to get involved. Ryan Dog able to get connections with the vertical attacks once again. But
good edge guarding from Jungle here, trying to prevent Gus from getting back on stage. But man, that up special for Ryan Dog is so strong. Chip damage, constant chip damage. Just keep on chipping away as much as you can. Getting caught by the whip. Now you're in the air. Don't get juggled. You don't want that. Stay safe here, brother. Sayer, up special. Trying to juggle. Can't though. Fireball connects. Up attack.
There is the fireball. A lot of damage, and there is the security.
Ooh wee, the dodge read. That was cute. I respect it. You gotta play safe here. Oh well, I mean, you know, okay. Well, 1-1. You know, we're back at it again. At this point, Jungle's like, screw it. As long as you're trying to chip, I'm just over here hanging out. Oh no, don't you do it. Don't you play games like that.
Yeah, not allowing for the setup of the crystal there. Now Wonder Woman coming in with the pressure. This is the thing with Wonder Woman, is they can deal out a higher sort of damage per second than I think Ryan Dog can. Ryan Dog obviously trying to keep control over the situation, able to get a lot of good damage in on Wonder Woman, but they are able to secure the ledge here. The fireball creates a little bit of space, which allows Ryan Dog to get back onto stage, but again, maybe a bit of a misplay there from the fireball, as Ryan Dog now coming in, trying. There we go, that same move that eliminated Wonder Woman last match, not able to get executed this time. The armor actually does come into play there, allowing her to keep positioning. Ryan Dog now in a very dangerous position, but Wonder Woman at a 141 health damage there. Very dangerous here. Could be eliminated at any point. Either of these opponents now can eliminate one another at a second's notice, setting up another crystal. Finally seeing some of the value come out from that crystal, even if it's a little bit of a distraction. Both within kill range now. Wonder Woman trying to get that lasso set up. Rhindog using fireballs, using their sort of abilities as a mage with that neutral to try and secure the space. Laser coming in once again. The lasso does connect, but it's not going to get the elimination.
Ooh, lasso into the dare. That was stupid fire. I likes that. I likes that. You go, Glen Coco. That was lovely. Misses the fireball. Can't use that to get one off stage, but it's all good. It's not hopeless. What was that 178? I mean, there we go. You get one good hit, they're off. And at this point, it's anyone's game. Don't you start with an early juggle. That would not be the way that you want to end this matchup. Oh my god,
Don't read again.
You bitch. You son of a bitch. You. Wow.
Oh. Yeah, they read that like a book. There's not much more you can say than that.
That's just not the way I'd want to go out if I'm jungle, man. That was such a good matchup, and to end it that way, GG's, man. GG's. That was
Very well done.
That was very impressive play from Gusta G. I mean, being able to kind of take that aggression, not fold, and just say it's all good. We're here. You know what I'm saying? 10 toes down, standing on business. Gotta respect it. Gotta respect it. So let's see here. Take a look at this bracket really quickly. Hit my good old refresh. Looks like we're going to be seeing Former and Bloom coming up here. Former has been rolling through winner's bracket with Steven, and Bloom on Bugs as well. Definitely, this is going to be a good one. I'm excited to see that. Moises, also another Steven, rolling through winner's bracket. Just took down Freaky Dudes. So GG's there. Then we got Flacoco taking down Rolling For Me 2-0. So Rolling For Me is going to be moving into losers. Currently playing Cadnator GG right now.
Absolutely, and elsewhere on the upper bracket, it looks like Flacoco was able to get a point up on Mott's here. So they're going in with advantage to try and push themselves into the semi-finals, push themselves into those best of 5 matchups to try and claim the ultimate prize. Elsewhere on the lower bracket, it looks like Skimmer and Kal-El are going to go up against one another. Skimmer able to beat out Big Mac Prez, and Kal-El just sort of automatically moving through after beating Virgo. Carrie is going to be going up against Vokoda. Nanonanon was able to beat Glix and is moving on to the 4th round. Draco and Shaft Nizzle currently going up against one another, with Draco 1 point up.
Man, this is interesting. Number one, to just hear the names Vex and Carry in losers bracket automatically has me shook. Like, wait, what? I'm expecting them to run through winners. So many players in this community, content creators who fight in tournaments, and or maybe they're just ranked warriors. But I would love to see more of these guys kind of go head to head. So it does seem like Carrie could be going up against Vex in losers round 4, assuming that Vex wins. Well, assuming that they both win their next match. So that'd be a match that would be very interesting to see indeed. Like I mentioned earlier, Bugs is kind of a tough matchup into into Iron Giant, but for now we have Bugs matching up into Steven. So this right here is gonna be fun. I mean, this is basically battle of the utility. Blue versus Former.
No, absolutely. I think Batcave is an interesting pick for this as well. the slight environmental damage that could be caused. Like both of these guys can combo you into those Batmobiles on either side of the map, so we could see a lot of very early damage very quickly. It looks like Steven is going to get the initial opening there with a nice 18 damage. Bugs trying to set up the burrows. Doesn't look like it's quite executed how he wanted. Able to answer back a little bit with the safe and the rocket, immediately dealing a strong 50 damage to Steven. Evened up the matchup immediately. Bugs whiffs on the hammer though. Steven now setting up the shield, trying to set up the clone, but it not going to work out for him on this occasion. And now Bugs with the ledge guard.
Dropping that safe, almost got Steven out of here, but that's a very dangerous place to be whenever Bugs has his safe. Burrow trying to come up. Ooh, tried to use a rocket, but Steven interrupts it. Ooh, uses the rocket now. Oh, with the wrong play. Nope, Steven's ready for it. He is ready for it. Almost gets caught. Gets caught by that damn Louisville slugger. You don't want that. Now, this is something that we saw Moises doing with Steven. Just making sure that you cannot get to the ground. And he uses it perfectly. Bugs might be able to get first stock here.
Trying to secure that elimination, but the dodges were very well timed. That save could be a problem. Looks like they were able to avoid it on this occasion. The rocket now comes down. Doesn't really get any major value from that. Bugs trying to dodge in and out of as much as they can using the burrows here. Able to finally get rid of the clone. But, you know, they ran a lot of interference there. Steven once again interrupting the rocket. The save comes out once again. But Steven just able to answer for everything that Bugs has. Pulling everything out of the textbook here. A second elimination at 126 damage here. Steven's in a very good position. That second Batmobile yet to be used finally gets knocked down. The clone is now active once again. And finally, Bugs is able to answer with the rocket and get an elimination and get the clone as well.
First stock. Steven's done a really good job of negating Bugs' utility. Really good job. I mean, he was off stage, and you dropped the safe, couldn't get hit by it. Just finding ways to destroy it, especially using that neutral air. And this is what I was talking about earlier. That right there, just juggling, keeping you in the air, the dodge reads, man, that's dangerous. Bloom has a little air combo of his own though. You're spamming that neutral air. Keep out of the way of that rose bomb. Don't get hit by that. This is where it gets kind of tough. Never mind. I lied. He was able to destroy the shield and SDs. Oh, okay. So, I mean, the lead is I mean, it's still in favor of Clone. And like I said, there's that stare in the game. All right. Well, that's game one.
That is absolutely game one. First point is going to go to Former. Very well done there. And yeah, I don't think that Blue necessarily did anything wrong there. Yeah, I think it was just Steven had something for everything that Bugs pulled out, and a couple of blunders sort of evened up the matchup, but once the initial momentum had gotten on Steven's side, there's not much you can do.
This is true, man. If you can shut down Bugs' utility and just make it so Bugs can only fight you on the ground, at that point Bugs only has Sair, neutral air. I mean, the jab it's like one of the worst jabs in the game, if not the worst. So there's only so much you can do at that point, you know. And Former did a great job of eliminating that utility. Didn't play too aerial, and when I say that, I mean didn't play above Bugs too often. It's just a place that you don't want to be is above them. So you can tell he definitely knows like what to stray away from, what to destroy, what to counter. But yeah, let's see how Bloom is able to adjust in game two.
Absolutely. Obviously, Former looking to regain their champion, their sort of titleship here. As we now, it looks like we are going to Trophy's Edge. Yes, we are. The floating platforms reveal themselves once again. And now Bugs with a very aggressive opening. Setting up the rocket, setting up the safe. We'll see if they're able to get any value from that. They are on this occasion. The clone does come out. But if there's one thing that that has been proven is that Bloom can deal with that clone when they need to.
You know, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I don't necessarily agree with Bugs players using both the safe and the rocket immediately. I feel like there's got to be, you know, some time where you kind of space it out. You know, use one for now, use the other later. Sometimes you run out of your utility and you're kind of just like, oh, well, fuck me. You know, at this point, I just gotta hope that I can land a couple jabs and GGs. So I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Am I tripping? I could be. Both ways here. Bloom's trying to make sure he doesn't get knocked off stage. Oh, just emote? Nah, not the BM. Not the BM. I don't know if that was an accident, if that was a desktop or what, but gotta show a little respect there. First jab of the game that I've seen here. Safe misses. Playing above him, trying not to get knocked off stage. Bloom's actually doing a pretty good job using his spaces this time around. Doesn't get hit by the rose bomb. Skateboard. Don't you do it.
There it is. Obviously, Bugs desperately trying to keep control over the ground as much as he can now, having to adapt to this very versatile performer in Former. I'm rhyming, I'm a poet, and I didn't even know it. What I do know is that Bugs is able to get that first elimination off. 114 damage dealt by Steven. They are going to even up the stocks here. We're going into the second set of stocks with basically even playing field.
Let me just say that the way Bloom is playing right now is fantastic. I like the spacing. It seems like he's thinking 2-3 steps ahead, right? This is a good game too. This is what I want to see. Watch the rose bomb though. That bad boy hurts. You don't want to get hit by that. Skateboard misses. Down there misses. A lot of whiffing going on. Steven getting some combos here, but the tech, it doesn't matter. Even through the tech, managed to continue the combo. Got Bugs in the washer at the moment. Let's see if he's able. Okay, using the safe. What can he do here? But it lands on the shield. That's an interesting place.
Very honestly, a pretty good use of the shield there to nullify the safe, sort of controlling its landing almost immediately. Gets the second elimination to Steven. And now Bugs once again having the play catch up. Not dealt a lot of damage here. Former is definitely in an advantageous position, trying to secure that victory, trying to get over the quarterfinals. And now Bugs trying to use the burrows. Not much on that one though.
I don't know what's going on, but there are multiple moments where Bugs just kind of stand still, and that actually punished him on the last stop. I don't know if it's something wrong with his controller or what, but it might be worth looking into at some point. Bugs trying to edge guard or get edge guarded here at 107. Not a good look. You definitely want to do your best to stop there and not get knocked out like that. But it happened. So, all right.
There it is.
GG's.
Very well done, but very well done to Former. Very well executed. I mean, that was just dominant, I think, especially that sort of second stock. Absolutely no room for pacing there on Bugs. Steven had something for everything in Bugs' kit. And Former is going to move on to the semi-finals.
Yeah, you know, the beginning of that match looked like it was weighing heavily in Bloom's favor. Like I said, he was using his spacing really well. Utility was being used well, even through a couple turkey on rise, at one point as well. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know if there was an issue with the controller because there's a moment where he kind of just stopped and paused. But yeah, still, it was a good game on both sides.
Absolutely. And now Former is going to go up against Guster now in the semi-finals, one step closer to that cash prize, as Moise and Motz is now underway, as Motz was able to beat Flacoco in a 2-1 victory. It looks like it's going to be Harley versus Steven, which, if tonight is anything to go off, don't underestimate the Steven universe.
Indeed. just don't. There are about to be two Stevens in semifinals, which means there could potentially be two Stevens in winners final. Just a Steven mirror match would be interesting. It's just like shield, 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 just shields basically just touching tips. That
We
would
could
be
potentially have
eh,
4 people on the stage in the finals.
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Exactly. You have 4 people on the stage in the finals, man. Nah,
oh.
that is some wild stuff. So as of right now, it looks like we're moving on to Mods versus Moises semis. Let's get it. Let's get it going.
Absolutely. Going back to Trophy's Edge once again. It's been a very popular stage. We've seen a lot of Trophy's Edge and a lot of Batcave, I'm noticing. So it's interesting to see that the favor slightly switched over to this side of the map pool. I'm wondering if that's to do with character kits. Obviously, we know that Steven benefits a lot from these floating platforms, but Harley, with that massive hammer, with that bat bomb, could very easily get some quick vertical eliminations. We know what Mott's is capable of. Gets rid of the clone almost immediately. Now Steven sort of trying to answer in, but not going to make the connection on the shield on this time. Mott's dodging is on point as always. Those reflexes that he has from experienced play absolutely coming in here. Steven at 70, whilst Harley is only at 11. The shield's sort of stalling her out a little bit.
Yeah, Mott's had Moises in a freaking blender there for a second. Those dodge reads and the up special. Like I said, man, Harley, Bugs, 2 people you just don't want to be hanging out above, man. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. But Steven here trying to make something happen. Listen, Mott's is only at 58% right now, and has Moises over him in his second stock. There's a lot of mixing up going on right now, and I just want to see Steven hopefully make better use of the utility to kind of get some space and stop Mott's aggression.
Absolutely. Mott's able to get that second elimination immediately once again. Those telegraphed hammer strikes coming in very well. Not giving any room for faulting here on Steven's part. He needs to execute every move with precision. Mott's going for the elimination, and there it is. Saw the opportunity. That signature combo that Mott's is known for executing in these tournaments. The first point is going to go to Mott's. Obviously, we are in semi-finals currently, so we are down to the best of 5s.
Damn. I mean, damn. That is indeed the signature move. That is indeed the signature move. I mean, if you are on the edge and Mott's hit you with a dash attack, like I say all the time, go ahead, put the controller down. Just put the controller down. It's all good. You come back next time. The fight's not over yet. Well, hopefully it's not over yet. Maybe you got one more stock left. But if you catch that on the side, go ahead, put the controller down. Mott's, game 1.
Going now to Sky Arena for the second matchup. Steven now having to desperately try and get a match point back to even up against Mott's. And it looks like we're seeing more of the same for the perk picks. Mott's tends to have his loadout set pretty securely for all of these tournaments. Steven going for a standard array, trying to get that clone out immediately. It does end up coming out, but again, that aerial prowess that Harley has, Steven does have an answer for it on this occasion. Able to get a very nice 59 damage out. Harley getting rid of the clone immediately. The shield's coming out to play as well. It does look like Steven has a couple answers for Mott's on this occasion.
Yeah, that was a nice little combo mix-up on the side of Moises. I mean, even with Harley, that could be an out, and that is the Sayer. Oh my goodness, the Sayer. Even so, again, like I was saying, even with the techs, you know, when Moises was knocking Harley on the terrain twice, he was still finding ways to dodge read and continue the combo. That's just absolute skill. You're only seeing that at high level play, which makes sense because we're in winners semis. Trying to connect the near here. I might be almost got knocked out again. Almost lost another stock. That could have gone bad, but still keeping the aggression up. That's what we like to see. Good use of the neutral air. Shield. Don't get caught up.
It does look like Moises maybe using that first match as a sort of training ground, sort of getting an idea for what Mots is capable of. Gets that second elimination. This is a complete 180 of the first matchup as Mots tries to set up the bat bomb here. Able to get a couple of hits in with the slugger, but Steven creating that space. Harley finally connects with the hammer. Steven now trying to stall out the Harley a little bit. It doesn't look like they're successful. The shield blocking them off allows for the clone to come in.
Yeah, what we're seeing right now is just basically the reverse of game one. Moise is using his aerials and his spacing masterfully right now. I mean, like a straight champ, and it's working out. Again, earlier I was saying that as a Harley player, you just number one, you don't want to get knocked out right now. That's what you don't want to do. But you also don't want to get caught up holding your neutral air too long, man. You want that to be a surprise. Because good players are going to see that, and they're going to be able to get away from it. Oh, don't you do it. I see the Rose Bomb saved him. The Rose Bomb saved him.
We potentially saw signature Mots right there. Vintage Mots. Oh, as the clone actually kind of bodies for the Jack in the Box there, allowing for Steven to get back onto the stage. Harley is now in kill range. Mots has got to rely on instinct here, try and pull something out of the bag. Able to just avoid the elimination there. Steven not able to get the height necessarily to eliminate Harley. That is the downside of not having the floating platforms, is your height is somewhat limited. Mott's now potentially looking for that elimination. Steven able to stall it out just enough to get back onto stage. Using the shields once again, Mott's recognizes the threat and gets rid of it very, very quickly.
Yeah, I was definitely a little bit puckered up when I saw Harley. Oh my gosh, getting knocked off stage. Earlier using the upper side of the blast zone to kind of stay in, drop the Jack in the Box while my brain just stopped working there. Pretty smart play to try to avoid Moises, you know, because he's really good at getting above you or getting below you and just kind of keeping you off stage. It just doesn't work out in the end. That was like night and day, like compared to the game one. Like Moises made the adjustments, figured out what he needed to do, and did it. So now going into game three, what are we gonna see? I mean, this is exciting. I want to see. I gotta see what's gonna happen here, man.
It's one of those things. We clearly have two players here that are very adaptable. Two players who are willing to make changes to their playstyle on the fly in order to try and psych out their opponent. And I think at this point, I think we saw it a little bit there. It's coming down more to mind games than anything else as we come into Trophy's Edge now. Sort of trying to bait one another into making false moves. Obviously now Moist knows, and we saw there, Moist knows to look out for that side elimination, that combo of moves that Mots has pulled out consistently throughout the tournament. We'll see if they're able to do it once again as we fight for the second point in this best of 5. Oh, it looks like we might be trying to get a reset here. Oh, I'm not sure what we're looking at.
Looks like Mott's is AFK at the moment.
Possibly. I think we are. I think we are gonna get a reset here.
Wow, that friggin'
Yep.
hurts, you know?
It does look like actually Mott's is getting crashed. That's what it is. And the victory for no, I'm kidding. No DQs here. No DQs here. We just run that sucker back. I mean, better that it happens at the beginning of the game than when you're already 2 stocks about to knock him out for the third.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We would much prefer that not happen there.
Meanwhile, whilst we get that underway once again, it looks like Former versus Gusta is officially underway on the other half of the semi-finals. Kal-El is 1 point up on Flakoko. Jungle is waiting for his match as Dark Knight is 1 point up against Catinator, and Bloom and Draco is officially underway as well as we move on to like the 5th and 6th rounds of the lower bracket tournament. Gonna run this one back now for you, ladies and gentlemen. It is Steven versus Harley. Round number 3 comes in. Very excited to see
Steven, how do you keep getting in these
what
predicaments?
what we can do here.
Killing time.
It does look like Steven's gonna set up the clone immediately. Try and get a little bit of early damage in, but both playing very safe now, it looks like. Harley coming in with a little bit of damage now, getting that very early lead, but the clone actually evens it up. And now Harley sat on 30 with Steven at 14. Clone is finally gotten rid of.
Yeah, it looks like Moises is doing a pretty good job of avoiding some of the combo starters for Mons. I mean, the Sayer being the biggest one. Now, as I say that, the Sayer is starting to connect, and the mix-up is going to commence. Nair, Rose Bomb. Rose Bomb does not connect. Bat Bomb, what can you do with it? Stick him with it. Stick him with it. You won't. Not able to get the stick. Misses the Nair. Now they're just playing with each other on the edge. Just playing with each other. More Nairs, side attack. Hit next with the dash attack. Might do the mod special, but nope, can't connect with that either. And now Moises is just having a party off stage. Oh, the shield might have protected him there. Up attack and the bat. You're out of there, buddy. That's the first stop.
There it is. Mott's adapting very well there, getting the elimination. Could be looking at a Mott special once again, but Steven able to avoid it on this occasion. Knows what to look for, knows what to avoid. I don't know what happened there, but the elimination.
Yeah, let's go.
Steven Sayer it basically reflected the bomb, which was connected to Mott, and it blew him up off stage.
Oh, that incredible read there. Very well done. Almost immediately evening up the playing field. Obviously, Steven taking a lot of damage in this second stock. But, I mean, that was very impressive. A very well executed reflect there. Absolutely nothing to be ashamed of as we go into this matchup now. Harley trying to get that elimination. Trying to set up with the bat bomb, but the reflect is going to come in. Bomb is not going to do anything for Steven on this occasion either, but Harley's not able to connect with their hammer. Steven trying to get that clone out. Is the clone going to be able to make it onto the stage? They are. Harley looks like, yep, just wants to get rid of it as quickly as possible, doing a little bit of crowd control there. But Steven taking the opportunity to just get a little bit of chip damage in, it looks like, trying to even up the stocks as we get closer and closer to 4 minutes on the clock. Steven now in the kill range, but still dealing that damage to Harley. Harley trying to edge guard here.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of whiffing going on there because it seems like both players are a little nervous and want to make sure that they're making the right plays. The Rose Bomb into the Nair. See you later. See you later. There was just a lot of chipping going on in the last stop. Just, a little hit here, hit there. But they're actually able to finally get each other off. So now, 2-2. Rose Bomb misses. Nair connects. Sayer, up air. Oh, another up tilt. Nair misses. The slide misses. Harley's doing her thing, though. It hits the... What? What just happened there? Like
I think we saw an adaptation of vintage Marks there. An incredible juggle using the hammer and the use of the floating platform as well. I think we saw a bat bomb there to maintain the momentum for the vertical. I could be wrong, but I think that's what we saw.
What?
That was incredibly quick.
Let me just say, play of the day so far is the Steven reflect. Reflecting the bat bomb and making mods like off himself. That was fire. But man, Good job. Good job,
Very
Mott's.
well
Like
done.
that was
Very well done. I mean,
that was
that's
that
the
was
high
really
level
impressive.
play you expect to see from Mott's.
Yeah. I mean, he's just really good at following up on attacks, making you think, "Oh, you thought this was over." No, I'm still here. Hi. Still here. Mott's is now up 2-1 in the series. Needs one more win to move on to winners finals. To see who will be going against looks like between Gusta G and or I'm sorry, Gusta G, Gusta Gay. I've been reading the name wrong this whole time. Wow, excuse me. And former. And I don't know, man. You just need one more. I mean, look, listen. Moise has done a really good job of hanging in there. So it's not like this series is over by any means. He just has to keep playing his game, keep spacing, avoid the Sair, definitely avoid the Nair, and
Gotta get in
okay.
tune.
Absolutely. As we return once again the trophy's edge, Harley's up to get rid of the clone very, very quickly. Gets a semi-decent opening here, not able to get a hit in. Is Steven finally opening up, and there is the combo that we want to see, getting Harley all the way up to 46. The shields doing very well at controlling the space, sort of directing Harley's movements a little bit as Harley pulls out the bat bomb. It doesn't look like it's going to quite connect on this one, but the hammer does come in very well, doing a lot of damage, evening up the heat differentiation here. As Steven is now on 68, Harley on 65, as Harley now secures the edge. Steven able to answer back a little bit, using the clone to try and get back onto stage. It doesn't look like it's going to work. We're going to see the position swap now. Steven gets the elimination, a bit of a risky play there, but absolutely is able to execute. And now Harley able to get rid of the clone, trying to get rid of the Steven, not able to quite execute them there as the shield is going to keep them alive. The floating platforms now moving into inward position as Harley is able to get an elimination of their own. One stock apiece.
Yeah, Mata's only down 63, which sounds like a lot, but I mean, as long as you're smart, you just get a couple combos going. I take the back. So it's 104 to 12. So this is gonna be really tough. But again, we're talking about Mats here. You can definitely find a way to get back in this game. And then of course, as Moise just continues to play smart and use that Sair, man. That Sair off stage is so insanely strong. Just barely misses the side air special that would have sent him flying. Mats trying to get back on stage here, avoiding the Sair though, very smart. Manages to get back on stage. Rose bomb. Ooh, you gotta be careful there, and you're out. Sorry. Now, at this point, what do you do if you're Harley? You know, you find a way to connect some more combos, keep abusing that Sair as best you can, and just hope that maybe we can see the mod special, you know, to get him a quick stock.
I think we may see a setup for vintage Mots here, able to get rid of the clone once again. But Moise is able to get a lot of damage in, just absolutely keeping up the pressure, not giving Mots any time to breathe, any time to reassess the situation. We are going on instinct and empty adrenaline here. Mott's trying to get the edge guard, but it actually looks like the floating platform may have sabotaged them. And Steven able to get the elimination out of absolutely nowhere. Floating platform, I think, actually kind of sabotaged Mott's a little bit on positioning. And it is 2-2 as we go into the 5th round of our first semi-finals match of the night.
That was kind of clean, bro. Moises did that at the end. I did not see that coming at all. I was completely blindsided by that. Wow. What a match. What a match, man. Mott's had some trouble getting inside. I mean, this is similar to game 2 where Moises was just like a float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, man. Yeah, use the shields well, use the rose bomb really well, made more connections that time. This has been very back and forth. It's kind of it's hard to even say who's got the advantage, who's gonna get the advantage, right? I mean, they're both playing good MultiVersus.
You're absolutely right there. I mean, anyone can come out of this semi-finals matchup as the winner in this instance. I Normally, I feel like Mott's would have a bit of an advantage, with the play style that he sort of has. It's a bit more, it's a bit more outside of the box, but I think it comes down to Moise's adaptability. As we come onto a first for this week, coming onto the haunted mansion now.
Prepare yourself.
I'm curious as to how this will affect the matchup.
Hmm. I believe the walls are not up on this,
here we
or
go.
are they? I mean, if they are up, they might just do some homie stuff and break them. All right, they're not doing the homie break, so they just want to play it out. Oh no, not the mod special.
Vintage Mott's comes into play, getting that first elimination immediately. Mott's is not allowing for any playtime here at all. And now it looks like Moises is going to try and answer back. Mott's went for it a second time on the vertical. Moise able to avoid it on this occasion.
Yeah, I mean, I totally forgot that the sides on this map are so short. So something like that definitely favors Harley. That being said, Steven has a very strong stare. So if he connects with it at the right time, right place, we're gonna see some more damage being put down here. So yeah, man. Harley, as of right now, though, great advantage. Already up 2-0 on Moises. What do you do here?
There is absolutely nothing you could say here. This is just Mott.
Oh no.
Oh,
That's a
setting
special.
up for the vintage. Able to dodge out of it. Steven stays alive on this occasion. Able to get the clone off once again, but I think no matter what you do, Mott is in a position where they can execute at any point. It's just a matter of time. Like you said, the very short amount of spacing between stage and the borders here. Able to even it up a little bit is Steven, able to get one stock up now. Sat at 66, the bat bomb is going to connect. Steven needs to play it incredibly carefully here as the wall does go down. Mott gets that elimination in. No room for analysis there.
Did you even try?
Damn. That was a great match, and like, that match was so back and forth. It was Mods dominated one, Moises dominates the next, Mods gets the next, Moise, like it was. They both just had each other at different times, and like that. And unfortunately, in the deciding game there, Mods had the edge. I mean, shout out to Moises though. Like by no means is this over for Moises. He's going to into the losers bracket. Well, or I'm sure he'll make another run because plays an insane Steven.
No,
So
you're
yeah,
absolutely right.
just gotta see what comes of that series here.
If
Next up, we're
you're
gonna have a
if you're able to push Mott's on, sorry, I was saying if you're able to push Mott's onto a tiebreaker match, then absolutely you've done incredibly well there.
100%, 100%. Mott's is no pushover, and after that series, I'm also convinced that Moises is no pushover. So, yeah, GG's, brother.
All right, and now we are going to go to the other side of semi-finals here. Steven versus Rhindog, Former versus Gusta. We're not going to get the Steven mirror match we thought we were going to get, potentially. Obviously, there's still room for that later on in the tournament, but right now, what do you... We're looking at a former champion in Former. We're looking at Gusta, who absolutely came out of nowhere and was very dominant in earlier stages of this bracket. What do you make of it?
This is an interesting match. This is where I'm like, I mean, I can imagine Former probably being the more aggressive of the two. Just because I feel like Steven has a better like close range kit, but they both have great utility, and when they want to or when they need to, they both can zone and keep you within a certain space if they want. So I'm gonna say this: if Former gets Gusta off edge, Former will have the extreme advantage, and I feel like that might be the deciding factor. I don't know how Rain Dog's going to be able to play into Steven's edge guarding, especially if you can get that shit like right there on like on the edge where it kind of like extends, the wall up. Um, yeah, that's kind of what I'm foreshadowing right now. Please don't input the foreshadowing meme
Prepare
right after that. Don't do
yourselves.
that. Yeah, that's what I'm foreshadowing.
We will see as again Rhindog specking into his crystal. It looks like we're gonna get this match underway as quickly as possible. Both breaking the stereos once again. A little, gentleman's ruling here it seems, not wanting any sort of environmental adversaries here. It's all gonna be skill based. Rhindog able to get a little bit of damage in here, but looks like Steven with the numbers game is going to take an early lead with 11 of 45. But Rhindog able to, again, it's that verticality of Rhindog that can absolutely be dangerous. I think that's what we saw from the Harley as well previously. It's what we've seen from Wonder Woman earlier on in the tournament. And the fireball, the laser, it comes down to that chip damage. Able to do damage to both clones simultaneously.
Yeah, Gusta did it. Oh, Gusta did a thing. Gusta just did a thing, guys. He used his up special so well against Jungle. I mean, so well. Like Jungle just had the great timing to dodge those attacks, and is using it really well here against Former. So manages to escape the edge guard there. Again, in terms of the aggression war, I still say that Former has the advantage, but Gusta did get a fantastic offstage combo. Evening it up though, only 22-0. Gusta wants to do a little chip damage. Make sure he just does as much as he can. Missing the combo though, a little whiff here, whiff there. Yep, side air. Gets his buddy off stage. Clone gotta go bye-bye. Fireball, create some zoning, do some chip damage if you can. Steve is not going for it though, he's not touching it. Skateboard on him, Steve. Skateboard on him. Up air. Misses the clap. Neutral. What you got, Steven? Sayer. Can't hit it. Clap him. Clap him again. Don't you do it. Okay. He's got a response though.
Rhindog
like
here trying to answer back for the Steven. Obviously, the big thing that Steven has, we've seen a lot here, the shields are a very good counter for the fireballs, and he obviously is able to change the projectiles to join his side. It isn't going to work out for him on this occasion as Rhindog does get that second stock up on Steven and is able to set up the crystal very early on. It's going to be a little harder for Steven to get rid of that, at least initially. Rhindog is in kill range, but it looks like it isn't really going to affect him. He's playing around that edge here. Steven is able to get that elimination finally, coming into the final stock, trying to answer for Former and everything he has. Again, that vertical prowess coming into play. Fireball able to get past the shield, get a little bit of chip damage in here, getting control over the center of that stage. Trying to use that floating platform as well. Just trying to get every minor advantage you can. Clone gets hit directly by the fireball. And there goes the clone. The numbers game no longer in effect.
Yeah, Gus has definitely shown me that Rain Dog can seriously chase you in the air. Like if you're not ready, you're gonna get juggled. And it's been very impressive to see. So the Rose Bomb, can he get it? Oh, can't connect. The Sayer, you already know, man. Over 100, Sayer, goodbye. GG's, you're out of here.
Very well done by Former. Very well done by the former champion.
Man, that was a good matchup. It was a good matchup. Again, there wasn't a lot of edge guarding going on there. I mean, the one fight that they both had off edge, Gusto was able to get back on pretty gracefully. But I mean, they both brought out big heavy attacks. Getting Gusto chasing in the air, Former using that Sayer. I like what I saw. This is a matchup I don't think I've ever seen. So we're kind of going into it just like, yeah, all right. I mean, a coin toss at this point. But it is winter semi, so you definitely can expect to see some good play from both cats. Both cats.
100%. This is where people really sort of come out and make it their own. This is where strategy all sort of becomes about making the adaptations. You're playing against people with very high skill ceilings. Going back to the same map once again, going over to Cromulus, I imagine we'll see the stereos gotten rid of again. The gentleman's duel, as it were.
I'm not gonna let you
All
hurt
right,
my
yeah,
friends.
let's see. Do it for the homies. Do it for the homies. Yeah. Honestly, I'm a filthy casual. I kind of like playing with those, man. If I can get you mixed up, on the wall and just kind of combo you. I'm also a Harley player, so that's probably why I like that. And don't tell me this early stock. Don't do it. Please don't do it.
He's going for the early elimination, not able to execute it this time. I think definitely having the clone there created a little bit of extra pressure that we needed in order for Steven to stay alive there. Able to get rid of the clone. And Steven now answering back, getting a lot of damage off with the bomb. Able to reflect the fireball onto Rhindog there. Taking a lot more damage than he intended. Rhindog now officially within kill range. Steven almost gets the elimination, but Rhindog's survivability on full display right now.
Yeah, seriously good plays. The reflection is right on time, Steven. There, boy. I mean, former you doing the damn thing with it. I like to see these reflections. To be honest, I didn't even know that the Sarah was a reflection, but you just taught me something. So, heck, kudos. Trying to go for the rose bomb, misses. Gus is out of here. I was just gonna say, one more hit, you're out of here, brother. Steven able to, have that edge when edge guarding. But now going into the second stock here, a solid lead here. Trying to connect a little skateboard action. Oh, able to do skateboard into the Sarah Rose Bomb. The follow up, very nice. The clap. The skateboard. Don't be above him. Oh, uses a shield to stop Gusta from the up special. That was a heads up play.
Very well executed. Just able to avoid the elimination, and Steven is able to capitalize there, pulling it out of the books. Able to get a very, very strong lead now. 2 stocks up, 114 heat on Steven. Rhindog desperately needs to get the elimination. Now the reflections once again coming into play. I think that might be what's making the difference here. Rhindog finally able to get the elimination, getting 1 stock up and get rid of the clone as well.
Reflections are, I was wondering why Gusta wasn't using more of the neutral air in the crystal, but I'm starting to understand that now, and he's getting mixed up like pancake batter. Even with the text don't matter. The text don't matter, my boy. I'm still in here. I'm not done yet. You better not do it. You better not do it with the Sayer. Do it with the Sayer.
An incredibly lethal combination of moves there from Former, able to secure a second point. Very well done. Former absolutely running away with this so far, with 1 match point left for him to move all the way on to the finals of this bracket. What does Gusta need to do here to change it up?
Dude, I was, before I was gonna say more projectile usage. I mean, obviously Gus has been using the fire, but I wasn't seeing much of the neutral air or the crystal. And then after what I just saw there, I'm like, well, Steven just countered all of your projectiles, which is literally your kit. Gonna have to find more ways to play more aggressive, maybe. I mean, well, the one thing that I say Gusta does very well is once it gets you in the air, it's a problem. You gotta you gotta really be careful. You gotta really pay more attention. So if he is able to kind of find ways to chain more aerials together, that'd be great. But as I say that, Gusta makes a switch to Joker. Very smart play. I mean, in my opinion, because again, the projectiles were just being shut down. So it's like, what can you do at this point? Joker, however, he could do some damage. He has projectiles, which I would say are much harder to counter because they're faster. And he has great jab, great up tilt. I mean, just great side special ability. Aerial. It's just this is interesting. I'm curious to see how this turns out.
I am as well as we set up for our third match of this series. I potentially switching back over to the Rhine Dog.
Okay.
There's a lot of thinking going on here, which you love to see. Like, Gusta is really trying to analyze the situation, really trying to figure out the best way to move forward, and there's absolutely no shame in that.
The thing is,
As
I don't think that's a bad matchup to go Joker. I mean, one of the things that Former does really well is he follows up his attacks with a Sair. And as Joker, one of the ways that you can kind of peel someone off of you, especially if you're, getting knocked left or right, is you can use your neutral to just throw a card at them. Boom, boom, boom. They do a little blow up damage, whatever. And then now you can kind of get back on stage or you can recover, safely. So like with the aggression that Former brings to the table, I feel like Joker wasn't a bad adjustment. But all right, let's see what Gus has got to take.
And here we go, as we are now going to Trophy's Edge, a slightly different setup for floating platforms. And it looks like we have seen a lot of perk switching from the Rhine Dog there, going for a lot of offensive perks and the 5% increase to damage. A sort of slightly more standard array, opting to stay away from the projectile perks, which is honestly a smart move. I'm not sure if you'll be able to confirm this, but if you have a perk that influences your projectiles and Steven is able to reflect it, I assume the perk buffs do switch over to assist Steven.
That's a fantastic question. I can only assume so. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's something worth testing. Maybe somebody in the chat might know. Educate us. No, not 100% on that, but if it did, that'd be kind of cool.
Yep. So very very smart switch up there from Rhine Dog, as it looks like they're trying to get that opening. Obviously, once again, that clone is creating that little bit of extra pressure, getting that little bit of chip damage in. Rhine Dog at a slight disadvantage when it comes to the heat here. 38 now to 83, up to 94. Steven keeping up a lot of pressure, going for that elimination. Rhine Dog's survivability coming into play once again. But Steven not allowing him to get the reset just yet. Rhine Dog finally touching base on the ground, getting rid of the clone. But at 123, he's got to be thinking, what do I need to do to survive the oncoming damage? Able to get a couple of aerial juggles in, but whiffs a couple of his hits, and Steven takes advantage, able to get the first elimination.
Yeah, Steven was able to make it clap and get that first stock here. This is, I mean, I can definitely tell that Gusta is not quitting. I mean, he's fighting. He's really doing his best to make some combos, to make things uncomfortable for Former, which is important, man. You never want to let a player feel comfortable in whatever position that they're in. So there's still a solid battle. Got an edge guard here using that fire. Smart play. Ooh. Smart play. Knocks him off the wall into the fire. Like, sometimes you don't know these are set up. Oh my god. No. I know you didn't just do that. Stop it.
I think they did.
Suddenly, this is Gus's game.
All of a sudden, that is the beauty, that is the art of MultiVersus, ladies and gentlemen. At the snap of your fingers, things can absolutely switch up. Momentum can change on a dime. And currently, Rhine Dog has the stock advantage. Able to deal a decent amount of damage onto Steven. Playing it very safe here. The chip damage of the fire coming in. Actually using the shield to his advantage to zone Steven a little bit, it looks like. Steven not able to reflect the fireballs as much. Rhine Dog looking for the elimination. And all of a sudden, Gusta is back in the game.
I'm clapping right now. Dude, that was good.
That was very well done. That was very well done.
What? Damn, Gusta ain't playing. Gusta say, you know who the F I am, bro? Hold on. Hold my beer. Hold my beer. Let me show these
Oh,
boys who I am. Hey. This is a series. Semifinals, what do you expect? So yeah, like I said before the game started, it's like if you can find a way to really just improve at chasing him in the air, get those up specials off, you're good. And then manage to do it at 19%. Stop it. Stop it. That was impressive.
very, very well done. Absolutely well executed from Gusta. I
Yeah.
that I mean we didn't even really get to analyze what happened there. It was over so quickly, but I think a very well executed combination as well as sort of using Steven's shielding positioning to the advantage there as Reindog able to get the point up. The perk switches may have been able to make the difference. We're going over to Sky Arena now with platforms. I think, a lot of people have been favoring the platforms this week. So we're curious to see how that affects things. Gusta now has a little bit of momentum going into the fourth matchup, trying to break even here, trying to bring us over to a tiebreaker. We'll see what happens.
Yes, a lot of good fighting happening right now, brother. So definitely don't want to take your eyes off the screen here at this Crack Media MultiVersus tournament number 8 Ocho. Steven starting off getting a pretty good connection here onto Gusta, trying to chase him off edge, but misses the rose bomb. It's all good though. Skate on him. Nope, can't do it. Sair. Whiff. Neutral air. Neutral. A lot of whiffing happening. Skate on him. Tries to clap but misses it. Skate on. Can't do it. Don't you dare do it, Gusta. Don't you do it to this man. Gotta watch the rose bomb, man. That thing doesn't look like it hurts, but it is painful.
You're absolutely right there, as Reindog now trying to control the area, able to get rid of the clone very easily. A very even matchup, 49 heat to 62 heat. Very well done all around. As everyone in the chat now starting to get very excited at the semi-finals bout. All eyes are on these two. As Reindog here, the maneuverability of Reindog really coming into play, playing into the survivability. Maybe going for an execution there, but wasn't able to pull it off. Steven able to dodge out of the bite. And now, once again, setting up with the shields. Reindog coming in with the fire. Isn't going to connect this time. And now the clone, once again, going to create that little bit of extra pressure. Steven able to get the first elimination, but at 117 heat, by no means is he safe. Looks like Reindog focusing on the clone, able to get rid of it now. As a prediction is going to start in the chat. See who you think is going to win this matchup. Steven trying to create a little bit of space here. The shield stalling out Reinhardt a little bit.
Yeah, you see right now, I mean, as Steven, you got to play a little safe and try to do as much chip damage as you can. Because at some point you're going to, like you just did right now. And that's okay, though. It's okay. At this point, it's an even match. This is a very slow match. If you look at the timer as well, these guys are playing very safe. They understand what's on the line here. They understand that there's some serious pressure to keep in mind. Oh my gosh. I thought that was actually, that was not. But yeah, I mean, a much slower match than previous, man. I mean, we're sitting at 4 minutes and 14 seconds, and it's still 1-1. So, yeah, interesting to see how this turns out. I mean, being that this is Sky Arena platforms, you got to say that the favorite goes in Former's hands just a bit here. Gus won't be able to use his projectiles as well as he usually can. But again, it's just chipping, slow attacks, nothing too crazy. This rose bomb might be a problem. Don't you get clapped. You might get clapped and you get saired. Either way, it's a stock.
Absolutely. Reindog now not able to get a lot of damage in on the Steven. It looks like the advantage is definitely going to be in Former's hands. Reindog trying to create a little bit of momentum now. Maybe went for the elimination there. Not able to pull it off though. Not able to get the height needed to push Steven over to the borders. Again, that clone creating a lot of pressure, a lot of damage coming onto Reindog. Steven sees the potential elimination. Goes for it once again. Reindog once again on the cusp of kill range as we're now playing around the ledge. And there it is. Former able to secure the point. Able to secure their position in the finals against Mots. Gusta
Well
has
done.
nothing to be ashamed of, though. That third matchup was absolutely incredible.
Listen, I was pretty excited to see the switch up Joker. I was like, oh, this might turn into a. But Gusta still showed up. He still showed up and was like, wait a minute, I can still do this. You got to give respect to anyone who goes into a match knowing that they're playing into the counter and just does their best to adjust, play their game as best as they can. Gusta found ways to get in, get some attacks, get some stocks. But Former just came out with the advantage on this one. So GG's to both guys. GG's to both, man.
You're on the money with that one. And that means Mots versus Former for our finals of bracket 1. That I feel like is gonna, with how often both of those two go for those sort of slightly risky plays, those slightly risky kills, this is gonna be a very high octane. This could be a very quick final. This could be an incredibly quick final.
Yeah, no, it's gonna just be some serious aggression. Mata's already gone through quite a few talented players, during this run. It's kind of hard to call. I think that they're both really good with their aggression. As a Harley player, I always love to see Harley representation, but I'm not going to be biased here. I think that Former definitely has the ability to hit some solid combos, and Edge kind of stay away from Harley as best he can using his shield. But damn, yeah, this is gonna be a tough match. And something else that I'm noticing too is that looking at the losers bracket, we're already at the losers quarterfinal.
Yep, everything's
That's
moving incredibly quickly.
fast, like insanely fast. So
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna get over to the action as soon as this series is over, and just kind of just keep it rolling. I mean, that's the best thing that we can do.
I mean, already Moises has got a point up over Bloom. Gusta is going up against Kal-El. Kal-El has swept the lower bracket very, very well. And it's very impressive to see with the Iron Giant. We are going to go to the Batcave for our first matchup in this finals. We'd like to remind you it is a best of 5 bout. So everything is to play for. Steven versus Harley. Champion versus champion, if I remember rightly. Both of these people have won a tournament in the past on Crack Media. So it could go either as Mott's one. I'll need to do some quick research on this. I'll leave it with you for a second.
Sure. Not a problem here. So as of right now, we're seeing a little bit of an advantage on the side of Former, using escape word but missing, trying to avoid the stare from Mots. It's very important that you don't get hit by that too often. Oh no, this is not where you want to be. If you're Harley, this is not where you want to be. No, I don't think he had any more jumps. He still was close enough to grab the edge, but doesn't do it. That's not what you want to see there, unfortunately. So first stock goes to Former, but Mots isn't. He's not done. He knows what he can do, and he gets his first stock too. All right, fair game. We're back at it. Now again, this is one of those...
Nope, you're all good. You're all good.
I'm just saying, this is one of those matches where if again Harley decides that you want to stick that back palm to you and Steven hits you with the Sair, guess what? That's getting reversed. So you just got to be careful to make sure that you're not setting yourself up for your own defeat.
I've just done some research. Mots has not won any tournaments on Crap Media. However, they have been very, very dominant in tournaments elsewhere on the internet. So, in a way, we do have champion versus champion still. Former does secure that second stock, however. Mott's is going to need to adapt in order to sort of pick up that second stock that they need, try and even up this matchup. Dealing a lot of good damage and able to get rid of the clone here. As looks like they're going for the elimination, doesn't quite connect. Former knows what's to look for, trying to avoid Vintage Mott's as best as we can here. Now Harley with the edge guarding, able to connect with the hammer, evens up the battlefield. 3-0, this is basically an even stakes tiebreaker.
Now this is what I was saying earlier, is as Harley, if you just hold the nair and you're trying to fully charge it, players can dodge that. But what Mons does so rare there is that he doesn't telegraph it. You don't know what's coming until it's too late, and that's how you shoot. Game one.
Vintage Mott's. Vintage Mott's at it again.
My God, brother. Oh my God. I'm taking notes. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm taking notes because I've been playing Harley wrong.
We're going to have a new series on crapmedia.com where Mott's trains Juice. We have a full Rocky montage, the whole thing. I'll edit it together. I don't care. It's fine.
True. Yeah, it'd be road to Masters.
Yep.
Road to Masters. Like, you call it like from plastic to Masters. That's what we'll call it. Because that's basically what I am right now. I'm plastic. I'm plastic.
Oh
man.
dear.
That was a solid matchup there. I mean, there at certain moments. I mean, at the beginning, it seemed like Former had a pretty good advantage. He was doing his thing, but Mach just took over. Said, "No, Playboy, I'm the man. I'm the man here."
And now we are going to be going to Cromulus for our second match of the night in these finals. I mean, we've seen Former dominate on this map before. I think Mott's has proven they can adapt well to the kit that Steven has. So again, every single one of these matches can go either way, but once again, this could go incredibly fast depending on the execution. Looks like they're not going to go and destroy the stereos on this occasion. Immediately gets rid of the clone, does Mott's. Not playing around whatsoever.
Yeah, they started this match on. It was like, no homie love. We were just throwing hands. That's all we're doing, just throwing hands. I mean, having the edges is actually beneficial for both Steven and Harley. I mean, Harley can just link Sayers if she catches you in the wall, and Steven can use his shield to literally just have you playing ping pong against the wall too. Not to mention the Rose Bomb, which he follows up with the up air but misses. Okay, Harley with a nice dodge there. Not able to make any link up with that though. Skateboard misses. Nair misses. Dash attack. Nope. Nair into the combo. Misses that again. Slide. Whiff. Whole lot of whiffing. There's the clap. Watch the clap. You don't want the clap. It's not something that you want to happen. Holding the Nair is not a good play at any point. Please be careful when you're holding that Nair like that. Okay, there we go. Quick throw. You don't see it coming. Oh, the bomb gets reflected, doesn't it? Oh no, she dodged it. Okay,
Yeah,
very smart play.
That.
Very smart play. Moss would have been out of here if he didn't dodge that.
Bomb gets reflected, and the elimination goes to Former as the stage right stereo does go down. The clone now immediately eliminated once again, and now it looks like Mott's is going to try and even up this stock. Mott's wants this to be an even one-on-one, and Mott's is going to get what they want, but Steven able to deal a lot of damage coming in straight away. Bomb isn't going to connect just yet. Looks like Harley might try and set it up. Steven might be looking for another reflect. Now Steven in kill range. But honestly, you can be on 0 and you're in kill range when you're up against Mott. Goes for the elimination, but Mott is able to turn it around, get rid of the clone as well. Even up the stock count with Mott sat at 78 heat. It's a trade-off with Steven.
It seems as if Moss is intentionally sticking the bomb to himself so he can actually bait out Steven's Sayer and then counter it, but nevertheless doesn't work, and he gets knocked off there. Instant 17 damage, 23 just on 2 hits. That's a no bueno right there. Nair so hard to avoid on Steven. But ooh, we almost saw the Mott special.
I was going to say vintage Mott. There it is, the signature move. It's gonna get coined. I'm gonna coin this term. I swear to God.
There's gonna be some sort of YouTube short coming out for it.
Yep. No, absolutely. Just every match that Mutz has won with that move. Able to get him into kill range though is Former. Could be looking to wrap up this match quickly. Mutz try to set up for it again, but Former knows what to look for. Has a read for it. Has a counter every single time. Coming into 3 minutes 45 seconds now. As Former goes for the elimination. Able to avoid it just about this time. But there it is. There's the killing blow. Former able to even up the playing field, able to even up the points. What a piece as we go into the third round of our first finals match.
So here's the thing about that jack in a box that Mott puts on the side to edge guard or to protect himself is that against most players, that's a great tactic. The thing is, Steven, if he shares that bad boy, I believe will reverse it. No, I think, right? I believe it will. If it does, then that can effectively hurt you more than it can help you. So I don't know, man. This is a solid series. This is winners finals. You know, can't say that I'm surprised that both of these guys are absolutely throwing the Joey Daddies, getting it in this series. I'm enjoying this, man. How are you feeling right now?
Honestly, it's all systems go over here. I mean, it's been back and forth for the last few matches, honestly. We've had a lot of left field plays, a lot of left field maneuvers. You know, again, I can't possibly predict what's going to happen next. I think that ultimately what it's coming down to is positioning versus counters. I think Steven countering Motz's moveset, Motz's kit is really what's taking the edge here as we go back over to the Batcave for the third round.
Whoa, they look pretty strong.
Yeah, we're not seeing a lot of dash attacks connect on the side of Motz, which we know is so dangerous if he can't connect with them. He's making good use of his air, and at times in air, especially when he doesn't hold it. But something else to note here is that Motz is not using the spec that lets him aim his dare. So essentially what he's trying to do is proc ignite, which will apply additional knockdown to his opponent if he can ignite them. I don't know if that's the greatest approach here. I mean, of course he's the pro, so I don't know. Last thing I'm gonna do is question that man. But Steven here, the way that Former is playing, I feel like I probably want to be able to aim that dare so I can kind of catch him in an off angle, especially when he's doing that when he's trying to be Tony Hawk there.
No, you're absolutely right. The clone now coming back in, landing in central. Both of these players at rather high heat percentiles, 91 to 106. Harley gets the elimination, gets rid of the clone as well. A little bit of salt in the wound, and now opening it up again with a very good hammer strike. The slugger comes in, there's the aerial combo, gets a nice bit of damage, destroys the Batmobile on stage left as well. Vintage Motz, it doesn't connect! Steven has it, able to get the elimination, able to counter it, although he's taken a fair amount of damage there. Rounding it off at 60. Motz has a fresh stock to play with now. That clone once again running interference, roaming around the stage.
Might be able to get him off here. Can't quite connect. Can't successfully edge guard. The Rose Bomb is definitely going to stop you from being able to do whatever you think you're finna do. But he does get him in the air. Maybe Mott's gonna finish. Nope, misses the air. Gets another up tilt. Chasing though. Oh, listen, the use of the shield to skate like that is so smart. It's so smart. Motz really wants this kill. Really wants this stock, and he gets it.
There it is.
Just gotta get back up.
Okay, so listen, this is gonna be interesting. At this point, as Motz, do you play safe? Do you continue to play aggressive? Like, what do you do to at least get as much damage as you can on Steven, assuming that he's going to get that next time? Fantastic use of the dodge attack, getting good reads, mixing them up in the blender. Can't connect in there though.
A lot of damage coming in very quickly. The clone out once again. Obviously, Mott's at 96 now, but able to get a decent amount of insurance here with 44. Stalling in the sky, trying to stay out of range of Steven as much as they can. Once again, that skateboard coming out to play. Steven up to 51 now, but able to connect on the uppercut, and there is the elimination. Honestly, with how these guys play, it can go either way currently, trying to desperately get that second point on the board. We could be seeing the setup for it. There goes the clone. Steven very close to the edge at 97. And there it is. Mott secures the second point. Very well done.
I'm more
That
proud of my
that
daughter.
wasn't an easy fought match for either player. They both scraped and they gritted to get that win. The use of the bat bomb, Mott's solid. No surprise, solid. Did what he had to do. Chasing off stage, making it uncomfortable for Former, so he had to kind of stay on his toes, whenever he'd set up that shield off. Mott still jumping up there trying to scare him with the up hat. That's the kind of aggression that you need to apply to players to remind them, I'm not asleep over here. Right? You're gonna have to put your dukes up, brother. So game 3, going to Mott's, up 2-1 in the series. This could be it if Mott takes it, or Former could say job's not done and keep on going. So see what happens.
We're going back to the Batcave once again, a map that, I think at this point goes without saying, Harley has the advantage here. We're looking at a reset. I think there's been some kind of mishap has happened, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get this sorted for you as quickly as possible. Perhaps we're on the wrong map, after all. It wouldn't be the first time it has
Nothing
happened.
like a good.
To give you guys a little bit of an update of what's going down in the lower bracket, Moises, the other Steven player we saw earlier today, has pushed their way through the semi-finals. They'll be going up against either Kal-El or Gusta, the Iron Giant or the Rhine Dog. Kal-El currently 1 point up on that. I'll quickly see if that's been updated for you now as we load into Trophy's Edge for the 4th round of these finals. It has been. Kal-El got that second point and will move on to the semi-finals. So we're going to see Kal-El versus Moises. So that'll be a very interesting match, Iron Giant versus Steven. But right now, we got to focus on what's right ahead of us, as Harley is going to try and get that third and final point to secure their position in the grand finals of tonight.
Gotta get some hype. Go over this, man. The pressure's on. I'm not nervous. Are you nervous? Oh no, don't do that. That was insane. Even with the text, it just he was getting ping ponged on that shield, man. Sayer, Rose missing. No connection. Sayer connects. Reflects it. Doesn't matter though. It's gone. Skate. Doesn't matter. Doesn't hit. Harley's trying to just stay aggressive here, use this air to start some sort of combo. Doesn't matter. Nair. Mott special. Can he do it?
Not quite. We didn't get the finishing move for the Mott special here. Although is able to secure the edge, Steven able to use the floating platform to get away. Looks like the clone isn't going to get caught on this occasion. 67 to 58, a very even matchup. Both of these players going back and forth against one another.
Mott was pretty much in control so far. I mean, doing a good job keeping him off edge, but it doesn't matter though.
The cast is
It doesn't matter though. The cast is cursed indeed. Let me just shut the hell up, man. How about that? Jeez, man. At this point, Mott can still, get the first stock without taking too much damage. And I say that he's at 62. Yeah, maybe I should just shut up. I'm thinking there's a curse. I'm thinking the curse is live right now.
Steven is currently in kill range. However, Harley able to secure that elimination. Mott's able to pull it off at 88 heat, going up to 93 from that projectile there. Able to turn the Jack in the Box against that, and the clone comes out once again. It does look like Former's going to try and secure this the second stock off of Harley, able to catch him on the side, and they do. Very well executed there. Now Harley is a stock down once again, but we're seeing the Mott special, able to dodge out of it. His former trying to get control over the edge, but Harley's able to get touch. A lot of damage coming in now.
Oh, what a read. What a read. He knew he was going to go at that time. That's next level stuff right there. 2 stocks. Listen, this is officially a game now. This is 2-2. Only 32 to 25. Monster's definitely down to start, but I mean, at this point, oh, buddy, be careful there, bud. Be careful there.
This could be over in a matter of moments.
Edge guard in there, but it gets reversed. Trying to clap him. Can't do it. Skate. Ooh, nice shield. Skate again. Nope. Caught the nair. Watch the bat bomb. Don't get blown up. Trying to edge guard Steven here. Again, can't aim the... Oh, wait a minute. She can't aim the dares. But catches the clap and his shield to follow it. Rosebud to follow it up. Not able to connect. They're both playing on each other, using his own shield against him. Oh, I thought Monster was gonna throw the bat bomb up. That would have been insane if that were to. This is getting so close though. At this point, whoever gets the next big hit, it gets the win, and that's the big hit right there. The nair.
There it is. Mott's able to secure it. Mott is gonna be the winner of our upper bracket finals. Congratulations. Very well done there. I mean, I think that just shows the adaptability that Mott has, the sort of improvising on the fly. Very well done there. Mott is going to move on to the grand finals and get champion's advantage. And that means that, unfortunately, Former is going to be pushed down to the lower bracket. They are going to be in the finals of that. They're effectively going to be the final boss of the lower bracket. And we're going to see who goes up against them in between. It looks like, yeah, Cal L and Moises, which we're going to get set up for you now, as we are already in the semi-finals of our lower bracket. That lower bracket, you know, I feel like we've had some slower matches. We've had some more sort of tiebreaker matches in this upper bracket that has allowed for everyone down below to catch up. And we're already ready to go. We're already in the sort of top 4 echelon of this matchup. Your final 4 are going to be Kal-El, Moises, Former, and of course Mott's. So we'll see who's able to pull out on top for that one.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched quite a few of these tournaments, and I've never seen already in loser semis once winners is over. Like that is nuts. This has been a very quick tournament. It started off a little sluggish. It was like initially players were still trying to like get the crust out of their eyes when the matches started. But man, after they did, man, they got cracking. I mean, literally on crack. Speaking of crack, make sure you guys are checking out Crack Media, crack-media.com.
Is that a segue?
Make sure you guys check out the website, man. All right, you can watch the live tournaments there. All right, you can check out XP Share podcast there, which is also happening this weekend, Sunday. Okay, 2 p.m. Pacific. And of course, you can check out the blogs that we have on crack-media.com, along with the Cracked Creators Circle, so you can see any designers, artists that collaborate with us. It's there's a lot to take in. Fresh website. Definitely want to get some eyes on it, get some feedback from you guys. So, just do us that favor. We would appreciate it. Crack-media.com again for those who need to hear it. Cracked-media.com. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And if you want to see all these matches replayed once again, if you want to study the absolutely incredible plays we've seen from people like Mott's and Moises and Former, you can go over to Crap Media's YouTube channel, Crap Media Official, where all of these will be uploaded into a playlist for your viewing pleasure. Every single one of them that we have shown on this stream will be there for you, as well as all of our matches from previous tournaments, so you can kind of see the history of this little sort of tournament that we've been able to build up. See our previous winners like Anthos and like Gritaku and like Former, see how they got to the top stage. And of course, if you're not in it already, make sure you go and join the Discord so you can sign up for our future tournaments. I don't believe we will be having one next week as we are setting up for something quite big. We've got a collaboration we're doing with Nitrate Night, which we will be hosting on Saturday. We'll be covering that. Myself, Quang, Juice, and the people over at Nitrate will be giving you fast-paced matches all across the Saturday for your viewing pleasure. To make sure you set it in your calendars, set alarms, get your popcorn ready to go, because that is going to be one hell of a tournament with what I believe to be a $200 prize pool.
$200 prize pool. That right there is going to be interesting. I want to see who jumps into that tournament. I need to know how long that thing is going to be. I'm pretty sure it's going to be I don't think it's going to start in the evening. I'm pretty sure it's going to start in the day. Just because there might be
Yeah, it's
just
an
a
earlier
massive amount of
start.
players. Yeah, for certain. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun to view. Again, I want to see the bracket. I want to know who's in this tournament, who's going against who. I'm gonna be, even if I'm not casting, I'm gonna be screaming, in my chair as things are going down. So, yeah, make sure you guys check out that tournament there. Mod says, it was 3-1, not 3-2. We got you, Playboy. We got you. GG's to you, Mods, man. I'm taking notes. One Harley player to another. I'm taking some notes. I need to learn, my brother. We didn't see any Samurai Jacks today, unfortunately. No Beetlejuice.
No
Unfortunately today.
Beetlejuice.
Are you hurt from that? Are you crying on the inside?
I would have loved to see a Beetlejuice. I would have loved to see how that would have shaken things up. With Samurai Jack, I feel like we just, the players that we had today, I feel like they're playing more to their strengths. I feel like Samurai Jack, it's still very early for both of those heroes. There's still a lot of sort of changes that are coming in and out, so I think it's understandable that we've sort of stuck more to our strengths. But with that being said, we've seen a lot of people we don't normally see. We've seen a lot of Steven, we've seen a lot of Rhindog. I believe there was a Batman earlier on that unfortunately we didn't get to see. We don't see a lot of in this tournament, so I feel like we've seen our fair share of versatility today, our fair share of variety. Speaking of, we're gonna see Steven going up against an Iron Giant here. This is an interesting matchup on Sky Arena. A lot of open space for Iron Giant to just absolutely punish. Getting a lot of very early damage in, 10-61. Steven finally able to even up a little bit up to 37. What do you think we're going to see here? Oh, no, I forgot you. That is my bad. No, I was told about this. It's fine. I will take over once again. I'm on autopilot right now, but we got Iron Giant once again trying to open up using the car there. Able to edge guard incredibly well now as Steven trying to respond, but not. The issue we have here is obviously Steven doesn't have many projectiles that they can reflect from the Iron Giant, but the larger hitbox, Steven able to get a lot of damage and rebounds off of the shield and gets the elimination. Incredible execution there from Moises. Very well done. Iron Giant on the back foot a little bit here, having to reach into their bag of tricks to see what they can pull out. The EMP isn't going to connect. Able to get a little bit of damage in off of the shoulder charge there. Following it up once again, gets Steven into kill range. The car isn't going to connect. That would have been a wonderful killing blow. Able to follow it up though, finally, even up the stocks a little bit. And now Steven trying to reapply that pressure. Not seen a lot of uses of the clone, not seen a lot of uses of the Rose Bomb, at least as much as I think we would have loved to have seen. It's all been about the shield on this one. Now it looks like Iron Giant getting juggled by the by those projected shields as he tries to create a little bit of space, keeping up the pressure. Not able to hit the grab, not able to hit the EMP either. And now it looks like back to edge guarding though. Even though Iron Giant's got the higher heat levels, it does look like they're able to maintain control at least a little bit. Now Steven trying to get back on top of the stage. Iron Giant going for a risky play here. swapping out the positions. Now Steven has control over the edge, but not able to capitalize on it whatsoever. Iron Giant able to secure themselves back on stage immediately. Steven using their survivability here to just about make it through as Iron Giant goes into attack mode. Lord, this is where the projectile reflection is going to come into play. The EMP doesn't really get as much as we would have liked to see. And now Iron Giant getting the shoulder bash off. Once again, the ledge guard able to secure the kill.
Very nice play. Yeah, it's interesting to see Iron Giant joining the tournament today. First time we've seen him on training. You know, and now he's gone. So he was there and he no longer is. Good usage of the shield from Steven, trying to keep his big ass from getting inside. And I mean, I think this is a pretty solid matchup for someone like Steven. You know, small hitbox against this massive, you know, never dunker character. But Iron Giant still has the ability to pretty much knock anyone off early. I mean, granted, he's received a lot of nerfs, and necessary nerfs at that. But he's still no punk. Still no punk. I mean, Steven is just walking right under the side special there. That is hilarious.
No, you're absolutely right. And as well, being able to just place those shields wherever you want and still affecting the Iron Giant cannot be nice to deal with, as Steven is able to secure the first point here in our 5-point match, best of 5 matchup. Moist getting a very strong, very early lead.
Yeah, that was a very moist win from Moises. Yeah, no, I didn't.
No, you're getting nothing from me there. You're getting nothing from me.
Damn. I mean, you know, you use the word moist to describe things. You can only take so many things from it. You know, whatever. All right, moving on. Listen, using the rose bomb there against such a huge hitbox like Iron Giant, like it's gonna connect every time. It really doesn't matter what you do as Iron Giant. You could break dance, you know, saying you could lay flat on the ground. You're gonna get hit by it. So it's a tough matchup. It's definitely, I mean, any matchup is winnable, no matter who you are, but Steven's got a small body, man. I mean, you saw when Steven was standing on the ground, Iron Giant doing the side special, and it's like that arm is just missing. It's spinning and it's hitting nothing, you know? So you got to find a way to adjust your game here.
No, you're absolutely right there. As we now go to the Haunted Mansion for our second matchup, we are going to see if Moist is able to keep up the pressure, keep up the momentum. Absolutely, I don't think that Kal-El is out of this just yet, but it'll be very, I'll be interested to see if there's any adaptations. The perk spread is going to be roughly the same. It does look like he's going to immediately get rid of the wall, sort of try and set up for those eliminations perhaps. Able to get the spin kick off and the shoulder charge, which proved very useful in the last match. Trying to destroy those walls once again. And now playing it safe.
He's gonna need to. Steven must stay on the center of this platform, because on this, Iron Giant wants you to step. I wish you would step off stage, boy. You're not getting back on. That's exactly what he's trying to. Ooh, okay, all right there. Moises knows better. Moises knows better. He's just gonna keep and hope he doesn't. Oh, please don't let that happen. Yeah, that's what we didn't. So Moises knows that he needs to stay on stage and don't play off of it. Just throw hands in the center as best you can. But no, this is exactly what Glow Fox wants. Just be careful. That's all you can do, is be careful.
You're absolutely right. Moist able to get a lot of damage out, but it's all going to be about executing that final blow. Trying to get the elimination. A very good dodge there from Kal-El. Able to create pressure once again. Slowly edging Steven towards the edges of the stage. And now Iron Giant going into attack mode. Steven in a dangerous position here. Just sort of waiting out the assault mode of Iron Giant. Desperately trying to avoid it as best he can. But if Iron Giant's able to get any kind of damage out here, they might be able to secure the elimination. An incredible drop kick from Kal-El. Able to get a second stock up. at 124 heat. We're in a very dangerous position, almost an elimination point again. The clone from Steven now going to potentially try and create some pressure. Able to get a lot of hits into Iron Giant. Not able to secure the kill though just yet. Steven went for it. The risky play. Finally able to get a stock up on Iron Giant. Obviously that is going to allow for the reset.
Yeah, Khalil Fox has turned this particular match around. I know that the map has a lot to do with it, you know, but this has been an interesting matchup so far, man. I mean, a lot of good, oh no, almost getting the uppercut to send him out again. Steven making good use of the shields though. The Rose Bomb, he dodges it, trying to clap, can't get it though. Wait, he's getting it now. Playing some music on him. Ooh. Just keep, if you just keep going, you might be able. No, never mind. No, we can't. Moise is doing everything he can at this point to just keep Iron Giant from starting up any sort of combo. You just mix them up, keep them busy, don't let them breathe. You'll have a chance here. Oh my goodness, that was so close to being an elimination.
An incredibly risky position to be in. Absolutely, Moise is getting a lot of very good damage in, but just not able to get that final blow. The dodges from Kal-El have been on point this entire game. Now, Steven at 132, Iron Giant at 121. I mean, it's not hard to sort of see a world in which this match is already over. It's just a matter of time. Steven having to survive 2 entire stocks at 147. Avoiding the projectiles over getting over the wall of the mansion. Iron Giant now dancing around that edge, just waiting for it. Goading Steven into making a mistake. And there is the shoulder barge. There is the point back for Kal-El, evening up 1 apiece in this semi-finals matchup.
That was solid. Now, the question you have to ask is, was that a map-based matchup? Right? I mean, I'm not sure which map we're going to be going to next, but is he going to be able to repeat that on the next map? Maybe if we go Batcave, we might be able to see something like this. Not vertically, of course. Batcave vertically is insanely high, but you know, as far as the sides are concerned, it seemed like it was just, hey, you got a small body, I got a big body. if I connect with these hits, you're going flying. Yeah, that's basically what that match equated to.
No, you've absolutely hit the nail on the head there. I think that initial elimination from Iron Giant, you know, that very early elimination and then just keeping up the pressure. If Kal-El can pull that off again in whatever map they end up deciding to go to, that's going to be the difference maker, because obviously Steven was able to pull back incredibly well. And I think if there was that single stock difference, if they hadn't lost that early stock to the uppercut at the beginning of the matchup, we could be looking at a very different result. I think, you know, you're absolutely right. Map, when you're at this sort of stage of the game, both players are incredibly skilled, incredibly high skill ceiling heroes. That, you know, I think map size does factor in. I think it's unfair to say that it doesn't hold any kind of factor.
Yeah, no, absolutely does. But I mean, at this point, series is tied up 1-1. So we're gonna have at least 2 more high octane matches here. Let's get it started. On Sky Arena.
Right.
All right, on Sky Arena. How are we gonna get started off here? Wanting to play the edge as usual. Khalil Fox, not surprised here. Going for the dodge. Try to get him off edge if we can. Misses. Gets hit by a little shield. Belly shield. We'll start calling that belly shield. And no more Sarah's. Belly shield. Tries to go for the cannonball, but misses. Nice dodge. Oh, he's gonna start mixing him up. Nope. Can't mix him up. No more loops there, buddy. That got nerfed. Nice Rose Bomb though.
Able to break it up a little bit and to throw the projectiles in to make a little bit of space. Iron Giant caught on the shield there, but able to get out of it. Taking a bit of damage for his trouble though. And once again, Moise's dodges coming back into play, using the shields to basically dictate the movements and positioning of Iron Giant. His large hitbox, his large size, You know, those shields can absolutely make the difference. Iron Giant able to secure the first elimination here. Steven gonna try and immediately even this up as Iron Giant sits at 146. Hits that belly shield. Iron Giant able to dodge out of it though. Doesn't on the second one.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Moises did what he had to do there. Did what he had to do to get him on stage. Really abusing this air that works really well. Excuse me, the belly shield that just works really well against Iron Giant. And yeah, I mean, confirmed it. I mean, that's what we're expecting. Nice neutral air, pretty hard to dodge that, especially if you're a big body like IG. But it's still a little managing to collect a few different attacks here. Hasn't really been hit by the Rose Bomb. Has done a really good job of avoiding that, which you would think that's something that you just basically got to put your controller down for. You're always going to get hit by it. But again, this is the point right here. It's at 77. If I'm Moises, I don't want to be above Iron Giant. I don't want to be in the air with Iron Giant. He's already abused the uppercut 2 times in the series and can do it again. Jesus Christ.
Chomp gets the elimination. The bite of Iron Giant coming in there, and almost immediately able to dodge out of the combo. It could have been very dangerous for Steven. Try to secure the elimination, does so, evens it up 20-0, 4 minutes 25 seconds on the clock. This could go either way.
Goodness, careful here. Oh, I hate being off stage against an Iron Giant because stuff like this happens. No, please don't do
There's
it.
the drop kick.
Oh man, when that happens, it just hurts. You know what I mean?
There
when
you
that
go.
happens, it just hurts. You find yourself off stage against Iron Giant, and you just gotta try your best to just recover. Or you say bye-bye and you go off stage.
And
Yeah.
just like that, Kal-El goes from being a point down to a point in the lead as we go to our 4th round of this semi-finals bout. I mean, we're now looking at Moises and sort of questioning, what does Moises have to do to even this up?
Yeah, this is something where I thought that Moises would have a decent advantage because of the his hitbox, being able to kind of get inside and play annoying. But when you think about it, Iron Giant does have some tools in his kit that allow him to even zone even on the ground level, right? The neutral air, the dare. There are ways for Iron Giant to still be annoying to you even with you having a small hitbox. So sometimes having a good air combos, not just individual hits, will benefit you. Because then you could just kind of keep juggling Iron Giant. But in this case, it's not necessarily working out. Also, something to note, Kal-El is making good use of the EMP to just stop anything that would become too oppressive. So, gotta give Kal-El a shout out, for that. I think that's something that people don't give Iron Giants enough props for, is like knowing when to use that EMP at the perfect time to keep yourself in the game.
No, you've nailed it once again there. Your analytical mind is unmatched, especially at this stage in the tournament, as we're returning, it seems, to Sky Arena for round 4 of our bout. And once again, Iron Giant looking for the aggressive opening.
Oh,
immediately eliminated by the uppercut!
No! Ay, puppy! Oh, wait. Why were you gonna do all that, bro? It's just not cool, man.
There's the EMP. I'm at an absolute loss for words. That just complete muscle memory from Kal-El there. Absolutely nailing the elimination. And Steven now desperately trying to play catch up, playing incredibly aggressive, incredibly fast. Iron Giant already at 138. I mean, that's something you've got to give to Steven. The damage he can output is absolutely insane if you can get the combos right, which he has. Able to dodge out of the vertical, evens up the playing field. There's got to be a little bit of animosity between these two. after that absolutely visceral early elimination.
Yeah. See, at this point, it's anyone's game. I mean, Khalil got a stock within 5 seconds, but now, I mean, Moises is pretty much holding this down. They're both tied up stocks, and he's got 70 less damage. This is definitely. Oh no, not the rope bomb.
Moises cleaned up.
What a
Moises
comeback!
We're not even 2 minutes into this matchup, and we're at a 2-1 point differentiation here with the stocks. Iron Giant now letting out the aggression of the round. Goes for that lethal drop kick that won them the game earlier. Not able to hit it. I don't know what he landed on there. Possibly a shield.
Yeah, his big ass landed on that shield for real.
Yep.
Oh, don't get that uppercut. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. That attack
Incredibly
hurts.
dangerous.
That attack hurts on small bodies. The uppercut. This is okay. This is any man's game. Now
We
listen.
are 2 minutes 20 seconds in, and we're down to the final stock.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was expecting. This is exactly what we were talking about at the beginning of the tournament. Is that, you know, the added aggression that players have now, man. I love to see it. I love to see it. And this is potentially game set match if Khalil Fox can pull this off. So Moises is gonna really have to pull something out of the tank here. Oh.
Now the Iron Giant enters attack mode. The pressure is absolutely on. Gets hit by the energy ball there. Doing very well to guard the edge. This is effectively even with how quickly these two can deal damage to one another. This can go either way. Iron Giant entered into kill range. Steven is able to steal it. Moise is still in the game. We're gonna be going around 5.
Round 5. Oh man, that was a match right there.
That was incredible. That was absolutely insane. That might be match of the night for me.
Man, if you're Moises right now, you need to be coming into the stream and doing a clip or something just to say I got to go back and pull this game, because like that right there, shout out to you.
That was
definitely like on paper should have lost that. Should have lost it on paper. You lost your first stock within the first 10 seconds. It should be over. But he persevered. He didn't give up. Came back. Kept going. Hey, I see you. I see you, Playboy.
Absolutely. Going to Sky Arena for the final matchup. About as even as you can get it between these two. This is... I'm still recovering from it, but we need to keep moving. We need to keep the show rolling. As we go into round 5, Steven now opening up with insane aggression, using those shields once again to dictate the positioning of Iron Giant. Iron Giant trying to even it out, perhaps going for another early elimination, not able to execute it this time though.
That's a very nice combo to start the game there. Little 39 banger. I can respect that for sure. He's doing what he can to try to keep his own aggression going though. Nice little combo. They're using the rose bomb, but the cannonball into the nair, but misses. A little bit of whiffing. Neutral air misses again, getting punished, but not for too long. All right, be careful, young brother. You don't want to SD. You don't want to SD at this point in the tournament. This is not what you want. Rose bomb doesn't connect as often though. You were able to get back on stage. That's the important part. Like now, I mean, what are we gonna do here, guys? We doing a little tango?
I was going to say they're both very hesitant to get into the fight. Obviously, there was a lot riding on this. Their heat levels have basically been side by side this entire time. Finally, Iron Giant is able to get an opening and get the elimination, but already sat at 94. It's not going to be difficult for Steven to get this back. Able to survive the uppercut. They knew what to expect this time as Iron Giant officially goes into attack mode. Now just not allowing for Steven to come back onto the stage. Not really getting any value of this. Steven just kind of waiting it out. Very smart from Moise there. The EMP able to interrupt the combo.
Moist can definitely get his first stock here. I mean, at 104, 118 now, it's not impossible. You just gotta play smart and don't get above him. Good DI, great dodge. All right, nice here. See if he can follow up with something, but he can't, of course, because of the windmill. Okay, ooh, the Rose Pump almost finished it, but not quite. It's not where you want to be against Iron Giant. So you get yourself back. Nice. Manages to get the first stock. Well done, Moises. Let's see. I mean, 63-71 to 0. This is definitely in Glow Fox's favor. Don't catch the cannonball. Good dodge. Able to get back on Rose Pump combo, but nope. Get another Sair. Belly shield to keep himself protected. I love the use of the Iron Giant throwing the projectiles. If you know like exactly where to stand, where to throw it, you definitely get some nice little cheeky hits, you know?
No, absolutely. It just sort of creates that extra little bit of pressure, that extra thing that Moist needs to think about, needs to consider. You can't just sort of go around moving wherever you want to go. The EMP there, getting a lot of value off. Again, both of them at incredibly close heat levels. As Iron Giant gets eliminated here. Moist getting that extra point, moving up into advantage position for match point. Iron Giant desperately needs to try and get this elimination to stay in the game. Not able to get the cannonball on this occasion. Able to EMP himself out of the aerial juggle, and now it looks like going to try and set up for an elimination on Steven here.
It's definitely possible. At this rate, I mean, 152 now, Steven. You just at Iron Giant, you just need one good connection, and it's pretty much off stage. So you gotta do your best to try to avoid getting hit with the ship damage. But man, 82 to 117, and Iron Giant still, well, never mind, 106, and you still gotta be able to clear with an additional stock after that. This is gonna be a tough match. I mean, we gotta see how Glow Fox is able to to pull this off. Oh, the good use of the projectile, so cheeky, like I said. The cannonballs off stage. No, he was playing it safe here. A little bit of edge guarding. Rose block dodges it. Neutral air. Can he follow it up? The Sair. Oh, what can you do now, Moises? Go for the Sair again.
Getting that belly shield out, looking for the elimination, but Iron Giant once again claiming possession of the ledge at 151 to 128. EMP doesn't really get much value off this time around. And now Steven keeping up the pressure. 164!
And
168 now!
Team is counting on me.
I mean, at this rate, yeah, it probably doesn't matter. It's because, yeah, 168, 174. That's a lot.
Very well done from Moises, but absolutely, Kal-El performed incredibly well. I think this is the furthest Kal-El has gotten in our tournaments, at least as far as memory serves. An absolutely incredible showing. You know, those points that they were able to get off of Moises and the progress they've been able to make through this bracket so far. Kal-El is one of the most like impressive fighters I think that would have been going through today. Absolutely pulled it out of the bag. Incredibly well done. But that does mean Former versus Moises. Are we gonna see it?
Gonna get the mirror match. We're gonna get the Steven Universe mirror match. Well, we'll see. You're right, because Forma may decide that he wants to pull, I don't know, Jake out or something like that. So we'll have to see what they end up deciding here. But if both of these players do what we expect them to do, we're gonna be seeing a mirror match.
I think, Former won his previous champion title with the Steven. Moises has basically pushed through with the Steven. But again, it's crap media MultiVersus. Attempting to predict this stuff is insane. And as I say that, I'm looking at a Joker Former.
Oh, he's a former Joker. If one will.
If one will, I'll allow that one. That's a better joke than the one earlier.
All right. I'm just listen. Listen, I'm a DJ. Okay, I'm not a comedian. Okay.
Yeah. See, we'll leave that to me. We'll leave the puns to me. I see.
Leave the punch to you. Okay, I'm sorry
Yeah.
about that. Sorry about that. I'm taking. I'm blowing up the spot. I'm sorry. But in this matchup, though, man, I mean, who do you? I mean, I think that Joker into Steven is a pretty good match. I've never seen Former's Joker, however, but yeah, this should be interesting. I was kind of excited about the Steven mirror. I thought that would have been cool to see. I don't know if Moises feel like he's been betrayed, but also Moises may not even know that Former was playing Joker. So I'm gonna start playing Steven earlier. So yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
I'm like you. I've never seen Former's Joker, so with a lot of these matches, like we've seen, we've seen Grataku play Stripe, we've seen Anthos play Superman, we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot of focuses and we've seen a lot of mains throughout these tournaments that we kind of know what to expect from them. We know what kind of, Mott's is a perfect example. You know what Mott's is going to try and pull off at least a couple of times. With Former's Joker, I have no idea how this plays. I mean, I'm looking at the perk spread currently. Looks like we're going to have a focus on projectiles with the cards and the increased projectile damage. But how is that going to factor into the matchup? How is it going to factor into Trophy's Edge? I have no experience with this, so I'm going in completely blind.
Yeah, both ways. This will be a fun one. I mean, I know a lot of players like to kind of talk smack about the Joker perk, just because you can at random you can get that super powerful Joker card. So I mean, if he knows how to use it right, this could be a pretty solid match for him. Going off right now, though, I mean, pretty solid lead for Steven. Dodging the rose bombs, Steven still mixing up.
Absolutely.
Doing what he can.
So far, completely clean on Moist. Joker trying to get a couple of dodges in here, but they aren't really going to be able to capitalize on them all that much. Steven yet to take a hit so far. Perhaps the mirror match would have fared better for Former, as we get a clean sweep for the first stock. The clone now coming out. Finally, Former's able to get some damage in.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely interesting to see. I mean, I didn't expect it to be that lopsided to start, but it is what it is. I mean, it's very possible that, Former just needs to get a little bit more comfortable. Maybe just need some more time to kind of get the muscle memory for Joker, especially, playing Steven all night. So over time, as the series kind of continues, we might see some things change. Getting that Joker perk kind of worked out, but only at 40 damage, so not going to do a whole lot of knockback here. There's a lot of whiffing going on though. Trying to use that fart gas, can't hit it.
Just like the gens taught me.
Okay,
Trying to
make a
follow
connection
him.
there.
Able to use the pogo to make a little bit of space, but Steven able to keep up the pressure on the aerial. Joker now trying to get below, but that skateboard is really coming into play. Joker able to dodge the projectile there, but Steven's following him up. Tries to secure with the pogo. Steven able to stay alive. Able to get himself back on top of the stage and get the clone out at the same time. Both sitting in the 90s now for damage. Obviously, Steven's still an entire stock up. Former really needs to try and capitalize on this. He does get the kill though. Perhaps Moist has got a little bit too confident with hanging out on the edge of the stage there. But obviously,
Yeah.
Former's still sat at 90. Not something to ignore.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I assumed that this would be a tight matchup for Steven, just because the Joker's jab and his hits hurt. Nice combo connection there though. Wasn't able to get the whole thing to go. I mean, Joker has received a few nerfs that definitely made him not as strong as he once was, and he just get Sared off the map. So there's that. Now Moist is having the lead 2-1. Still definitely not over. I mean, Former can chain together a couple combos here and get a quick stock, but we're gonna have to see how he adjusts. And he can't get mixed up like this. You gotta avoid the Rose Bomb, which you didn't do, and now you got knocked off for the third step. Dang.
Moist is cleaning that up very quickly. Very well done from them. Absolutely dominating that last sort of 30 seconds of the matchup there. Are we?
Man.
I guess the question is Former going to stick to his guns? Or are we going to see the switch up? They're going to stick to their guns, it looks like.
Stick to his guns, looks like, yeah. I mean, like I said, I assume this is his first time playing Joker tonight. Maybe he was playing some Joker offline just to kind of get warmed up. But now you're at a point where you got to figure out, all right, we got to make some adjustments. It's not out of the ordinary for someone to lose in the way that Former lost game 1 and come at game 2 and adjust. It's not out of the ordinary. We've seen it happen here multiple times, multiple players. So we just got to sit back, relax, and just enjoy some entertainment and crack media.
I mean, that's all it really comes down to at the end of the day. It's putting on a show, it's entertaining the people, and that's what we're here to do. So we are gonna go to Sky Arena. I'm curious if Steven is gonna try and keep up that momentum. As we don't see much of a perk shift still, Joker seemingly sort of keeping a little bit of a boost to his projectiles, trying to maybe use the unpredictability of the cards to get a couple eliminations or two. Once again,
Nice little combo.
Steven opened up incredibly aggressively there.
Ooh, Joker able to kind of connect a few hits there. Any man's game at this point. Moises ain't no joke though. Connecting with this Sayer to get him. Listen, that was like 36 to 36 like 10 seconds ago.
I think
just like
that just shows the strength of the clone, having that second person there, able to bounce off of your juggles. They're able to time it really well. The execution from Moist is uncomparable at this stage in the game. Former now trying to deal that damage, a couple nice pogos getting off there, able to land with the baton as well. But the shields are kind of mitigating the cards here. We're not seeing as much value from them. As I say that, the perk card comes into play. Former goes for the elimination, doesn't land at this point, and now the clone is back on the field.
Yeah, something wait a minute, ayo. You'd have to see me for real outside if you do me like that. Like we just take the headphones off real quick. Play. Wait, just pause the game. Yo, pause the game. Listen, something that I want to see more is the use of Joker's side air. And he's used it a few times, but specifically whenever Moises is trying to skateboard down on your forehead, I would love to see that as just like a good counterplay. It's such a strong hit, and granted, they have nerfed it a little bit, so it doesn't travel as far as it used to. But it's still one of Joker's strongest moves to connect with. Nice. Okay. Oh, knock the homie out too. I respect you. You gotta do what you gotta do. We're not getting jumped out here. Okay. I see you now. I see you.
Joker able to get a stock back on Steven, but at 77 heat, they are definitely in a bit of a danger zone right now. Steven coming in, goes for the clap, able to eliminate them. Quick, clean, efficient. Moist takes a second point, one away from moving all the way to the grand finals. At this point, is it a question of Moist's Steven just outplays Former's Joker?
Listen, I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. That was Moist.
God,
that was a Moist. I mean, damn, man. The use of the Rose Bomb, comboing, the clap. Oh, here we go.
There it is. Oh,
here
there it is.
Man's about to go Super Saiyan.
well.
Ooh, we listen. This is like making me feel like when Goku fought Cell, and then he decided, all right, you know what, Gohan, you got this, and Gohan had to step up. You know what I'm saying? Like a real G.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I see happening right now. I feel like Former's about to go into his Team
Prepare
Gohan right now.
yourselves.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah. I want to see how this turns out. I want to see how this turns out.
And just for clarification for the viewers who may need it, we have Moist on blue Steven, who is 2 points up, and then we have Former on red Steven with a little bit of a matrix green tint. And there it is! There are
players.
4 people on the screen right now! Oh, the clones are fighting each other! This is incredible! This is incredible!
It's a 2v2,
Oh, I love
ladies
this.
and gentlemen.
Oh, the tournament has switched up. Yeah, the clones are just going at one another. They're kind of just equaling each other out at this point. It looks like Moist still, though, able to get more damage out. Able to eliminate the red clone there. Although, Former able to even it up, getting rid of the blue clone. The platforms, once again, are able to make the skateboard a little more versatile. The shields as well, creating ricochet attacks off one another. Moist at 55, Former sat at 106. Incredible execution here from both players. Doesn't look like Moist is going to try and go for the elimination here. Both are setting up their clones. We're back to the 2v2. Moist is able to get the elimination off, able to get a point up on Former here. This is incredibly hard for us to keep track of here at the Crap Media casting desk. I have no idea what's going on.
Stop me. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, this is absolutely nuts, man. I was like in my mind trying to cast as you were casting, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. It's just 4 people throwing hands. Like casting 2v2s must be so difficult.
I cannot imagine. Just imagine 2v2s where both have a Steven as well. I don't want to think about it.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, there's 6 players on the map. Yeah, no, that'd be absolutely nuts, man. I mean, as of right now, Moist has a solid lead into Former. But I mean, this is a matchup that I still think can go either way. Like, they're both Steven players trying to out-Steven each other. And so earlier I was talking about, you know, having like their shield tips, you know, touch like just happened, you know, before. There's like they're thinking about doing the same thing to each other because they're just both cerebral Steven players. You know, so 56 to 85, still anyone's game. They're only 1 stock down, 4.5 minutes left.
Absolutely, this is becoming a bit of a slug match. It feels like Moist still ever so slightly ahead, able to get Former into kill range. A very nice combination of moves here, increasing the damage all the way to 125. Former really needs to try and bring this back a little bit, trying to get the clone out here. Is able to do so, gets control over the ledge. The clone is almost immediately gotten rid of. Former able to get the elimination, able to get a stock up now. The numbers game once again coming into play, but Former on the verge of death, it seems. Able to get the elimination. 0-0. The red clone is down. It's a 2-on-1 once again. This could go either way. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. Is Moist going to be able to secure their place in the grand finals, or is Former going to force the fight to go on a little bit longer, trying to secure that point, not trying to give the match over to Moist? Back and forth once again.
Yeah, I mean, this series has been pretty interesting for me, man. And the Steven matchup as well. I mean, initially I thought this was definitely heavily in Moist's favor, but it started to kind of even out towards the end of the game. So it kind of makes you wonder if this was what we should have seen from the beginning. You know, things could have gone much differently if we did. So at this point, though, both players trying to skate on each other. Oh, Moist might be able to get. Okay, this is what I was talking about. Whenever someone's on the edge and you put that shield down like that, it becomes a whole problem. Oh, trying to use the roast bomb?
deep in kill range, but we've seen Former get kills at these sort of 63%, these 70%. Former able to stay alive just about. The shield once again blocking off the edge. It looks like Moist went for the elimination there, but Former is able to survive, trying to use the skateboard, ricochets off the shield, still holding on at 142 to the 69, very nice. Both shields now set up to edge guard, able to get the blue clone back off. Former fighting for his life. This could go either way. The next stock will take it. Moist is able to secure it in a 3-0 sweep. Moist has beaten the former champion. Former, the champion. This is going to get real confusing real fast. Oh, but it does confirm we are going to have a new first-time champ. Either Moist or Mods.
Yeah, man.
This is what it comes down to. This is really... This is the rematch.
This is indeed, which is something that we definitely see a lot. And I don't know, man. I mean, this was that series that just went back and forth in winners bracket. It was like one game Moises had control, the next game Mods had control, and it just kept doing this lopsided thing. So I would love to see more of the same here. Nothing would make me happier than to see more of the same here. Just keep me on the edge of my seat. I mean, at this point.
You're absolutely right. And we need to sort of bring it in. As Mott's was able to win the upper bracket, they have secured Champions Advantage. This will still be a 5-match bout, but for those of you who have not seen one of these tournaments before, because Moist is coming from the lower bracket, they will need to secure 2 series in order to take the title of champion. Mott's just needs to clear out 1 series, get 3 points, get on the board, and they will be the champion for week 8 of the Crap Media MultiVersus tournaments. I don't know, correct me, because obviously I was not on casting last week. By this point I had gone to bed, but was the advantage triggered last week?
That's a good. I want to say it was because Misty came. Yeah, Misty's came out of loser. So yeah.
Alrighty. So
Yeah.
it proves that it can be done.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it wouldn't be the first time for this tournament series as well. So, man, if this series is going to be anything like it was when they met up in winners finals, I'm probably going to be naked by the time this match is over. Like I'm ripping stuff off. Like this might really get me excited.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be going to Sky Arena. Make sure you throw your predictions into the chat. If you are live with us on Twitch, try and get yourselves a few extra points, as Crap Media is officially a Twitch affiliate, and we will start. We'll start releasing some rewards for your channel points. In the meantime, though, Mott, the winners bracket victor. Moises, the lower bracket victor. Ladies and gentlemen, your grand final for week 8 is officially underway. Moises getting the clone out immediately. Mott's not connecting with the early hammer. Of course, you do need to keep in mind what Mott's is known for. Vintage Mott's, those very quick eliminations. However, at this point, it does look...
Oh, no.
There it is! Able to avoid it, though, is Moises. Knows what to look for.
Man, that is so dangerous. You gotta be careful. And catching that dash and the combo that goes into the up special, man. That is just so strong. So strong. You gotta avoid those. Maz has generally done a really good job avoiding the rosebud. And I think he's gonna continue to do so. As long as he can do that, we'll have fantastic time in this matchup. But now Moist is gonna have to play smart here, do a little bit more zoning. He was playing more aggressive earlier, but I can see he's kind of being a little bit smarter about his spacing. Damn, nice Sarah off of the edge. Yep. There are only a few characters. Yeah, only a few characters who can do that really well. I mean, Harley is one of them, and Bugs, Jason as well, Batman. Those are people you kind of just don't want to stand over. As Moses gets his first stock here.
Very nicely done. I think what we're kind of seeing is Moises is able to get more damage, flat damage up as far as the numbers is concerned. But when it comes to Mott's, damage doesn't factor into eliminations. It's all about positioning and execution. It is basically strength versus technicality here. It's a very even matchup as Steven is able to avoid the slide attack there. Able to create a little bit of space between Harley. Not able to hit their bomb on this occasion. Does try and get the clone out, but Harley very good at keeping control over the field, not letting that clone come to fruition. Looks like they might be looking for a vertical vintage Mott's here. Becoming more of a tongue twister every time, but here we are, 17 of 55, now both dancing around one another.
Yeah, this is actually a really good analysis by you to say that it's like technique versus strength, and it's true. You know, Mott is thinking cerebral. How can I put you in positions where I have a fantastic advantage? Whereas Moises is like, listen, bro, you come right here, I'm mixing you up. I'm just straight hitting you hands. And granted, Moises has great positioning as well, knowing, playing around the shield really well, knowing how to attack with the Rosebud. So good on both players, man. But when you're standing on the edge and you see Moss do that little side dash, you kind of get nervous.
A little bit. And we could be seeing the setup for it. Able to dodge out of it is Moises. Very good at reading those. Both definitely within kill range. Moises able to get the elimination first, and now it's just going to be about trying to secure as much insurance as you can before Motts eventually goes for that elimination. Might be trying to bait Motts into position here, sitting on the edge of the map. The shield protecting him from any kind of uses from the bat bomb. Motts able to connect with the hammer though. We're going into the final stock of our first round at a 0-0 even split. Dodging from both competitors, incredibly versatile. Desperately just trying to hit as many combos as possible as the clone now comes onto the field.
Mott's doing a great job here, just kind of keeping his space, being a little careful. Doesn't want to play too aggressive and get punished for it. You know, Moises is definitely someone who will punish you if you make the wrong move. Using the Sayer, nice combo, got him in the air. Can't connect though. Steven has really good tools to recover and just get back on stage if he is up there. Oh, but it almost gets sent up. Still getting juggled. Over 100, needs to be careful, but might be didn't able to confirm the Rosebud, and Mott's uses the Louisville Slugger to get him out. Game 1. Harley.
Very, very well done by Motts. I mean, absolutely, Moises was able to adapt to the situation very well. Able to get quite a good read on Motts' signature moves. And, playing it a little slow, got a couple very nice eliminations there, evening it up very quickly. But that first point is going to be going to Motts, the first of 3 required to take this entire tournament and win our coveted $50 prize.
Yes. Of course, Moises will have to win 2 best of 5 series if he wants to take the championship for this week. Yeah, I mean, Motts is someone who has been in our tournaments multiple times, has always put up a good fight in our tournaments, and is, I mean, technically speaking, the best Harley player, currently. So I'm not surprised to see him in grand finals. Fantastic Harley player. I'm taking notes, like I said, my notebook's out, and yeah, we're gonna get into game 2 now on Sky Arena.
Once again, a very standard perk spread, just trying to get those little bits of damage increases that can sometimes make the difference between, dealing so much as 10 damage and dealing so much as 15, which when you're going up against Motts and Moises, so much as 5% can be the difference between life and death. Again, Moises already got Motts at 89. 15 seconds into the matchup. Very well done, but Mott's potentially setting up for vintage here.
I was surprised to see it only took about 12 seconds before Mott was at like 68. Like, what in the world is going on, brother?
Got a shield with your
Good
name on
use
it.
of this hair to reflect the Jack in the Box. 131 to 28. Mott is gonna be on his way out here pretty soon if he's not careful. This is the dash attack. More whiffing. Oh, the down tilt connects with the nair. Not really able to do much after that though. The reflection of the bomb. This could be a problem. Yep.
There it is.
And
I think at that
Mott's is
point you
gone.
just got to take the sacrifice. You know that bomb's going to be dangerous. Setting up potentially for another killing blow. Moist able to avoid it this time, but gets hit by the projectile. Oh, once again, the bomb's been reflected. Doesn't get massive value off of it this time though.
Moist is doing a really good job at deflecting those projectiles. Man, I'm like genuinely impressed with how he's reflecting the bat bomb and also the Jack in the Box, man. Like, that's like exactly how you want to play. And Mott's able to get his first stock here. Still 67 health into the first stock, or into the second stock. Moist definitely has a fair lead at this point, so we'll have to see how Mott is able to kind of climb back here. Training some combos against your homie there. You might want to help him out. But now you got Mott's kind of playing near the edge here. Good combo. Got him off stage. Sayer misses. Mott's trying to juggle him up, but can't. 112 to 39. Still in favor of Moises.
Moises' dodging is getting better and better as the match goes on. Able to secure the elimination there. Get the clone out as well. We're going into 4 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock, and Moist has a very strong advantage there. Mott, it looks like, starting to go for those riskier plays. Knows they need to secure this point as best they can. Goes for the vertical vintage, not able to pull it off this time. And now Moist is using the shield, the belly shield, and the skateboard to try and move around the map as quickly as possible. At 105 though, sticking very close to the edge of the borders. So just waiting, allowing for the reset, able to get the clone off. Is eliminated though, and it's 34 to 0. Able to get rid of the clone. Mott might be able to take this point as well. It is not over for either of these competitors as they dance around center stage.
Moises has done a really good job holding it down this match. So with it being 41 to 21, I'm sure he's probably thinking play smart here. Nothing too risky, right? I mean, losing this after having the advantage that he's had would be it would hurt. Harley doing her thing though, starting to mix up, got some nice attacks going. The nair gets the win with the nair. Bro, no. Wow.
That came out of nowhere. That came out of nowhere.
I didn't expect it to kill at that point. I did not expect that. I mean, yeah, they were pretty high up, but I didn't think it was high enough. I figured Moises would probably get close and then come back down, but that hurts, man.
I thought the reflected bat bomb was actually going to create the opening for Moist to be able to get that elimination, secure that final point, get a stock on the board. But Mott's execution, the timing of those hammers, the control over the air, as we're seeing a switch from Moises over to Wonder Woman, as Mott just needs one more point, one more win to sweep the grand finals and to be your champion, ladies and gentlemen. What does this switch tell you, Juice?
This tells me that he wants to abuse armor because Harley has nothing that breaks it. Mott does not go with perk that breaks armor through dash attacks, so it's gonna have to get it out the mud for this one. Man, this is actually pretty tough for Harley. This is a tough matchup for Harley to win.
Absolutely, gets a very strong opening. does Mott's. The shield from Wonder Woman coming in now, already pulling out the armor, dancing around the edge. Does look like Harley's able to avoid it though, not able to get as much value as the lasso misses as well. But those shield attacks dealing a lot of damage. Mott's is looking for it, able to avoid it this time once again. Is Moist. Vintage Mott's isn't really as effective as we've seen throughout the rest of the tournament. I think Mott's may have actually met his match.
Nah, he's unreal. He's unreal. Did you see what he did? He attached the bat bomb to himself, side special off the map to try to connect with Wonder Woman to bounce her off the wall and blow her up at the same time. Still manages to do it, hits her with another special, and then chases her down to get the first stock. That was fucking crazy. Like,
Absolutely insane execution there. The bat bomb does certainly seem to be one of Mott's sort of worst case scenario escape cards, and it does seem to be executed incredibly well. Wonder Woman once again in kill range, yet to get a stock up on the Harley. Finally able to even it up there, but at 99, pulling out the armor, Moist has got to be in a dangerous position right now.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Initially, I said Wonder Woman had the advantage here, but it's not. It's not looking like it. Yeah, Mott's is definitely doing everything he can to just kind of continue to mix up Harley. I said Harley. Moises. The use of the stair there from Wonder Woman is very smart. Wonder Woman has one of the best stairs in the game, especially over 100. You're basically out of here. So, but Mott's doesn't care. He's still doing his best to mix up. A little whiff here, a little whiff there. Ooh! Sorry.
Not able to connect quite on the slugger there. No, you're absolutely fine. This is high octane as it gets. The shield bash once again, putting Mott's in a potentially deadly position at 100 heat with 78 on the Wonder Woman. Mott's does have the extra stock though, as the bat bomb does connect. The armor is going to get rid of it on this occasion. Wonder Woman not able to connect on the killing blow this time. Harley not able to connect either on the slide. But there is the elimination!
Man. Now listen, really quick. Huge error on the on Moise's side. When Mott was coming back on stage, he was like, he burned out. And Moises could have easily just hopped off stage and did whatever he wanted. Doesn't matter if Mott dodges, he's burned out. And he could have easily got him off stage. But he played too passive and let Mott get back on, man. That who knows what could have happened if he managed to actually get him off stage in that moment. But one hell of a match.
One hell of a match. One hell of a sweep from the grand final. Mott's absolutely pulling every trick out of the bag there. Very well done. And it's been a couple of weeks, so I might be rusty, but I can proudly say, and new Cracked Media MultiVersus champion. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is Mott. Congratulations. Enjoy the $50. Very well earned.
Absolutely, man. Mott showed up today, did his thing, climbed through the winner's bracket, took the grand final. Be proud, my man. Be proud.
Absolutely. Incredibly well executed. Congratulations to everybody who's performed tonight. By no means was there, a poor performance from what we've seen. Moises was able to absolutely pull it back when they needed to. Let's not forget Former, who, came all the way to the finals of Upper, stomping everyone they came across. Kal-El as well, who was able to sweep through the lower bracket, outperform a lot of people coming all the way in from, I think round 1 or round 2. Round 2 of the lower bracket to get all the way to the finals is absolutely incredible. Carrie did absolutely amazingly. Dark Knight did incredibly well. Bloom making it as far as they did as well, incredible. Draco did incredibly well tonight. Everyone did absolutely amazing. We would love to thank everyone who's been a part of tonight, whether you've been watching, whether you've been on the website, whether you were performing, whether you're watching on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed these matches. Absolutely brilliant. Juice, any final analysis for this week?
Uh, Harley's awesome and not broken. By the way, I'm tired. Let me say something real quick. I'm tired of the Harley slander online. People say Harley's broken. Stop. Harley's not broken. Okay, just a really good character. Is balanced really well. And March showed you. And March just put on the clinic. Showed you how to play it properly. So go ahead, do your thing, brother.
No,
Do your thing.
absolutely. It's been absolutely brilliant having you with. It's an honor to commentate with you. I look forward to the next time we get to share the desk together. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, next week we will be partnering with Nitrate Night to bring you another MultiVersus tournament. We'll have people from all over the MultiVersus scene competing for $200.
$200.
So make sure join the Discord, both us and go over to Nitro Night, drop them a follow, drop them a bit of love. Go sign up on either side. We'll be covering half of the brackets. They'll be covering half of the brackets. Then right at the end, we'll all be going to be coming together. I'll be there. Quang will be there if you missed him for some reason. Juice will be there. It's going to be absolutely insane. But that has been us for week 8. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Hope you all travel safe wherever you're coming from. And until next time, adios.
Peace.
Apollo 69. Apollo 69.
In your eyes, there's a heavy blue. One